You can measure the size of an elephant. You can clock the speed of a cheetah, but you can't quantify the heart of a kings, queens, and in-betweens. Welcome to Dr. Boxing Talk. Stream starts now.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here!
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm
get right,
you know I'm lying.
Oh, man. Let's get right to it, man. Good, great, grand afternoon, evening to y'all, man. Y'all know what time it is. The doctor's in the house. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We in the building. We almost ain't make it, but good God Almighty, we made it. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, and we here, man. Oh, I might need to take the shirt off because it's kind of blue. It's kind of blue and green and teal, mixing in with the green screen. Hold on now. Let's see if we can make it look a little bit better. You don't really look no better. That's all right. We gonna rock with it, man. We gonna lean with it, rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Like the franchise boys. Yeah, man. Let's do this quick roll call right now. We got my boy Ty Bodega Boys in the building. We got Smoochie in the building. Don't forget to smack that like button, you know what I'm saying, on the early tip. Appreciate y'all being here on the early tip, you know what I'm talking about. Before we get started, as always, we got to set it off with a prayer. Get right with the Lord. So, when you was at, well, don't worry, bro. I just had to run some errands, man. Shit, I need to be at my new little ting ting house. That's what I need to be at. I need to get a little new ting ting in the first place to be at the house. While she come through, you know what I'm talking about? Well, she can't come through here because it's the dungeon. She over here, we ain't doing no streaming, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, but let's go ahead and bow our heads, please, and join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this wonderful day. We thank you for this Monday. Lord, giving us opportunity to do what we love, hopefully, or if not, do what we are able to do at this moment, to eventually do what we love. Please continue to bless us and cover us in your grace and your mercies, Lord, and forgive us for our sins, you know, those that are known and those that are unknown, you know, the sins that go unbeknownst to us, you know. Sometimes we are sinning and we don't even know, you know, so please forgive us for those as well, Lord. Lead us in the right direction, continue to protect us, and let us remind us that that you're always with us, because sometimes we could go through some tough times and feel lost, but as long as we look up to you, have faith, and you are more than our compass. You are our protection. You are our protector, our guide, and our sense of well-being and safety, Lord. Through this journey we call life. So please continue to be with us through all. And for those of us that don't feel like we have anybody, Lord, please be that reminder that with you, we always have more than enough. In Jesus' name, amen. Bro got a shirt. I'm Dopping with the host. Yeah, right. I need something in my life. I need it in my life. I want it in my life. Shout out to Juve. Come put it in my life. I'ma keep it in my life. All right, so let's get right to it, man. So we have some things to talk about, man. What y'all want to talk about first? Y'all want to talk about this TEO and Boots nonsense, which I don't think is happening, but we could talk about it like it's happening. We know it ain't happening, but yeah. So we have my guy Oscar in the building, man. What's good, brethren? We missed you this morning. Yes, sir. You know what? We're gonna talk about the Boots later. We're gonna talk about this Big Turk announcement, man. I wanted to wait for Mansa Musa and Doc GTT. I'm so late. GTT today is crazy. I wanted to wait for Karma and Ryan Frazier and Mansa Musa to come in the stream before I talk about it. But we're gonna talk about it now, just in case they don't make it. You never know. Hopefully they make it, but I wanted to poke fun at them. But yeah. But anyway, Big Turk has just announced a tournament, chat. And before we get to the details of the tournament, yo, salute, hey, TEO Boots. I'm telling you, MEC. I'm telling you, man. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you coming through, man. MEC in the building. Before we gonna get to that, MEC, so please stick around. Hopefully you hear we're gonna tackle that last. That's gonna be the most interesting, I think. But what's also interesting is that Big Turk, man, he said he wants to bring, what were we talking about, chat? Big Turk said he wants to bring more fights to the continent of Africa, man. That is fire, bro. We were just talking about this, man. We were just talking about this in the street, like, man, that'd be so dope if there'll be more fights in Africa. You know what I'm saying? I says, particularly, the reason why I brought it up is because, of course, Bakoli is supposedly fighting Efe Ajagba. And those of you who are familiar with their origins or their heritage or their nationalities, Martin Bakoli is a citizen of the Democratic Republic of Congo, right? You know what I'm saying? Formerly known as Zaire. And then Efe Ajagba's from Nigeria. And I was like, man, that'd be dope if they fought. They ain't got to fight in one of their home countries, because in an effort to keep it neutral, they could fight in like Ghana or something. And Big Turk just announced today that he wants to bring more fights to Africa, more boxing to Africa. Like I say, he didn't add any further specificity to the particular country, but he just said in general. And that is dope, man. I would love that, man. I'll have to try to get out there, and got the draw. Hey, yo. I must not read chat for right now. Man, Ty Wallen. Ty is Wallen in the chat. But yeah, I think that is dope, man, and I look forward to that. I do think that last time we had some fighters out of, we got a few fighters out of Africa, like we got, like I said, Martin Bakoli representing Congo, Efe Ajagba representing Nigeria. Like Anthony Joshua is Nigerian, but he represents England, and there's a lot of fighters out there. I believe that, don't quote me now, but I think Daniel Dubois, his father's from Ghana, if I'm not mistaken. But he represents England, So there's some fighters that are, just to name a few, I'm saying Fumaleli Cafu's from South Africa, the current champion at 115, with Bam Rodriguez and Fernando Martinez. So there's some fighters who represent all types of countries in Africa. But I think that would be dope if we had like a big boxing event to have a presence in Nigeria or Democratic Republic of Congo or any other African nation, man. That would be dope, in my personal opinion, because the majority of the fights are in America, in North America, particularly in the country of America, or Europe, particularly in England or something like that. So, and now, of course, with Riyadh, and Saudi Arabia, and then also, in Asia too, with the little weights, particularly the little weights, in Asia, particularly in Japan, and now Inoue and stuff. So I think it would be cool to just hit the other continent, you know what I'm saying? And there's been some fights in the continent of Australia as well. But yeah, so I think that'd be dope, man. But also he announced too that he wants Klitschko and Bud back in 2025. I said, Bud, that makes sense. But Klitschko, come on, man, let that go, man. I love the Klitschkos, man, not just Vladimir, but I also love Vitaly. But we gotta let that go, man, because I think that he's setting up Vladimir to get slaughtered, bro. Like these young bulls at the heavyweight division, they not playing, bro. They not playing, bro. You see what they do with the what they doing out there to Wilder, and Wilder younger than Klitschko. You know, shout out to Wilder, but you know, let that thing go, man. I don't really want to see Klitschko get done like that, but I think it might happen. I just don't know who's gonna do it and who's gonna put him in the dirt. Because I mean, what are the top contenders right now in heavyweight? Because he said he wants to see Klitschko get a title. That means he has to fight Dubois. Dubois is not going. You know, he got to fight Usyk or Fury. You know what I'm saying? Which that could happen, but if Fury wins, we're probably gonna get a trilogy between Usyk and Fury. And so if he doesn't wait that long, then he'll fight a contender. Who are the contenders? Joseph Parker. I mean, he probably has a chance against Joseph Parker. I don't think so, but you know that he's not really known for his big punching power, so that wouldn't be too devastating if he lost. But Coley's gonna put him in the dirt. Ajit Kabayel will put him in the dirt. Hell, Zhang will put him in the dirt. You know, he'll be older than Zhang, and Zhang's considered old. You know, being in his 40s. So like I said, I don't know. I wouldn't like to see Klitschko go out like that, man. You know, but I don't know. You know, whatever. I mean, I'll watch it. You know, shout out to Klitschko. Wouldn't it be funny if that Klitschko are Turk's favorite fighters? I'm telling you, bro. If the Klitschko's are Turk's favorite, yeah, that'd be crazy, Oscar. That'd be crazy. But I wanted to show you this, what Turk said in regards to older fighters, even though he followed it up with talking about Klitschko. Look what he said, man. Listen to what he said right here, man. Klitschko, I mean, he said this about guys. This is his opinion on guys fighting older fighters. Listen to him.
Not beating a legend in the age of your grandfather.
Listen to, hold on.
Not 2-minute round. Not beating a legend in the age of your grandfather.
So I said, dang. I said, why he going in on Bam Rodriguez? He said that's not boxing, man. He said beating on guys that age of your grandfather is not boxing. So I was like, geez, man, you ain't have to go. I know I be talking, but you ain't have to go that hard on Bam Rodriguez. But nah, I'm just playing. He's not talking about Bam Rodriguez. He's talking about Jake Paul. So let's rewind it a little bit more. I'll just mess with y'all. That's why I wanted Mansa Musa to be here. Make it seem like he was talking about Bam Rodriguez, fighting all those older legends and Chocolatito Gonzalez in the future and Juan Francisco Estrada and then Carlos Cuadras and all that. But now he's talking about Jake Paul. Listen to what he said.
Please. Boxing is not 14-inch gloves.
Not 14-inch gloves. I mean 14-ounce gloves, I think is what he meant. It's not like he said inch, though.
2-minute round.
It's not 2-minute rounds. That's only for the ladies. You know what I'm talking about?
Not beating a legend in the age of your grandfather.
So he's clearly taking shots at Jake Paul, which I agree. You know, of course, we always said I thought the fight was trash, you know what I'm saying? But I don't look at it as a fight. I look at it as an entertainment. Like, I mean, sports is entertainment. But like I said, I always make this analogy. I don't look at Jake Paul's fights as real boxing. That's why I don't have a problem with it, because I look at it as like the celebrity all-star game in basketball. You know, when Kevin Hart and Beyonce and Taylor Swift, I know they didn't play, I'm just giving you the name of celebrity, and Denzel Washington go out there and play basketball, we don't expect them to be like LeBron or Jokic or Steph Curry. We expect them to be like Kevin Hart and Quavo and whoever else plays, you know. So that's how I look at Jake Paul. I don't look at Jake Paul's real boxing, but I do appreciate what goes on around the boxing. That's good fights like Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano or Abel Ramos or Mario Barros and Abel Ramos or Bruce Shakarian and Dana Coolwell. So I think that's what I appreciate it for, making the sport bigger, but I don't look at it as high-level competition. But Big Turk is right, man. That's nonsense. And I think it's disrespectful to the sport. And that's what he's saying, man. He's saying, hey, man, that's not boxing. And we're going to bring back boxing. And the way that he brings back boxing, yeah, Smoochie got what I did, saw what I did there when I said not not Bam Rodriguez. Right, shout out to Kendrick in the building. But yeah, so let's talk about what he's proposing, man. And I'm gonna go forward a little bit because I can't play the whole thing, and I don't want to play the whole thing anyway. It's a long interview. I mean, not interview. It's a long video. It's like 11 minutes. Go check it out though. It's on boxing. Hell, I don't know what it's called. Hold on. It's on Boxing King Media. And so he proposed what we're calling, I'm going to go let you look at. He's working with WBC President Mauricio Suleiman. And he's proposing, see, that's him right there. He's proposing a new World Cup. A WBC boxing Grand Prix to be exact. And what it is about, man, just to give you some of the details. They didn't elaborate too much on it. Shout out to Dub in the building. Big Turkey run things. I'm telling you, bro. So he's bringing up a WBC Invitational Grand Prix World Cup of Boxing, if you will. And I think it's dope, man. And the idea behind it, they disclose some of the details, is that it'll be 8 rounds. You know, it'll be an 8-round tournament. It'll be a tournament with 8 rounds per fight. And then the final matchup will be for 10 rounds, you know, so the finals will be 10 rounds, and it's comprised of 4 divisions: the featherweight division, 126, super lightweight division, which is 140, and then middleweight, which is 160, and heavyweight, which is, you know what I'm saying, unlimited. So they're going to announce more details, but what we know so far is that, you know, they implemented some new rules. One of the rules that stood out to me was that in the case of a draw, they're going to fight an extra round to determine the winner. So there'll be no draws, essentially. There'll be a draw, and then they'll fight an extra round. I'm a little indifferent on how that's going to work, because what you're going to go to the scorecards, and then they're going to, you know, be prepared to announce the winner, and they say it's a draw, then okay, bet, we're going to gear up for one more round. I don't know if they do that, or they're going to do a certain thing where, like, they have an open scorecard, which I think will be more appropriate, so the boxers don't have to worry about cooling down. They'll still be hot and ready, like a Little Caesars pizza, pause, or something else, you know, they're hot and ready. But yeah, so I think that they would have to implement some type of open scorecard, so then we kind of know going in towards the end that it'll be, if it's a draw or not, so they can get right back to it, as opposed to, you know, having the referee hold their hands, announce the result, and then go back and fight. So like I said, they're smart individuals, so I'm sure they'll have a team that thinks about all these things. But I actually think that's a pretty cool idea, man. I'm not mad at that at all. So yeah, if they do that, man, an extra round would be kind of cool. But then in addition to that, that's just some of the new details. But in addition to that, they have it's going to be a tournament of 128 fighters. No, and each of the fighters, you cannot have more than 10 to 12 fights each. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be pretty much a prospect, and you have to be 26 years of age or younger. You can't be older than 26, so they have an age limit. So Pacquiao, you cannot participate with Pacquiao trying to go in the Olympics and stuff. Sit your old ass down and go into freaking Hall of Fame. Stop playing. Shout out to my boy Pacquiao, man. But yeah, I think that's a dope, and I think it's a dope idea, and the reason why I think it's even more dope, because guess what? The Olympics right now has an absence of boxing, right? The 2028 Olympics, good Lord willing, is going to be void of boxing. So this is a great way to supplement the absence of the Olympics, especially for the younger fighters, you know, that are becoming prospects. So it's not going to replace it, but it's going to, you know, give fighters another opportunity, young fighters, to be on the world stage, man. So I think this is a great idea. Like I said, they did not add any further specificity as far as the rules. They're gonna I disclosed everything that I thought was important to it. You know, there's some other things, you go watch it yourself, but those are the highlights that I took from it, man. I think it's dope, man. And they also said, in addition to when Big Turk said he wants to bring more fights to multiple countries in Africa, in the continent of Africa, he said, like I said, he didn't specify which countries, but I'm sure just Africa in general, you know, on that continent. He's gonna maybe vary locations, so I think it's dope. He presented a new belt. Let me see if I can show y'all. He said he has a new, I'm gonna see if I want him to say it. They presented a new belt, and they call it the belt to represent Africa. Listen to what he said. This is not Big Turk. This is Mauricio Solomon, goofy ass. Listen to this.
Please, Klaus, all the world champions, please make your way to all of you, His Excellency. And representing Africa, Jaguar. These are all teeth from Jaguar, with the leather of Jaguar, and representing Africa.
Chad, you already said? He said that it's a new belt with all teeth of a jaguar and the fur of a jaguar, and is representing Africa.
What?
Ain't no jaguars in Africa, bitch. That's just me being petty. Okay, that's just me being petty. That's me being petty. But when I see that, I was like, hold on. Y'all know I love animals, chat. I swear, if you look at my YouTube, all you'll see is boxing and animals and some Christian, you know, it's some religious, spiritual, motivational videos. But y'all know I know quite a bit about animals, you know, if I do say so myself. But when he said that it's a belt with teeth of a jaguar and fur of a jaguar, and it represents Africa. That represents South America. I think you meant lion. I think that's the big cat you were looking for. Maybe a leopard? Maybe they thought leopard. You know, leopards and jaguars look alike. They look kind of similar. You know, they have very different variations in their spots, you know, and their bulk. But yeah, maybe they thought it was a leopard. Leopards are in Africa. Cheetahs are in Africa. Lions are in Africa. Not jaguars. No. I'm sorry. Jaguars are not in Africa. How you messed that up, man? Oh man, shout out to them, man. He said you being real though. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it, Heidi. I appreciate it. I just thought it was funny though, man. All jokes aside, you know I just gotta be a little petty, but shout out to them. I think this is a great idea, man. I think this is wonderful, and man, like I say, bro. I know some people aren't all aboard. Everybody's not gonna like everything. But gosh dang it, man, Big Turk is doing some great things for boxing, man. In my personal opinion, I can't tell you to think how you want, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to persuade nobody, but I think Big Turk, as far as my boxing pleasure, is definitely been enhanced. You know what I'm saying? He's been the Viagra for boxing for me. Pause.
No, did it?
Hey, yo. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely enhanced it. You feel me? For my viewing pleasure. You know what I'm talking about? He said, about to say, since when did Jaguars live it out? Exactly, Kendrick. Dr. Doolittle, you feel me? You had so many cats to choose from. How you picked the wrong one, bro? You have so many cats, bro. You have so many cats, bro. You could have went with the Caracal. You know what I'm saying? You could have went with there's so many cats, bro. How you picked the wrong one, bro? Like, come on, Tom. You know, he says World Cup, the extra round sounds good on paper, but there's a lot of gray area. Yeah, there's still a lot of gray area. Like I said, they're going to disclose more. We got my boy, Mr. Mike in the building, man. Shout out to Boss Man. What's good, brethren? But yeah, they're just so, like, he has so many, like, in fact, that continent has the most big cats. You know what I'm saying? As far as on one continent, you know. So I don't know how you did that. But hey, cats of viewer pleasure. Hey yo. He could have said Black Panther, right? He could have said no Black Panther. But I think that's what they were. I don't know. You know, I'm not making no excuse, but I just thought it was funny, man. But yeah, man, the belt does look dope. But that's not representative of Africa, you know. That's South America, you know, and the countries in South America, you know. That's where jaguars, that's their natural habitat. Sometimes they do cross into Central America and even North America. Matter of fact, there's this one jaguar called El Jefe. No joke. All jokes aside. No jokes. No joke. If you look up the jaguar El Jefe, he's been. They said that he's one of the few jaguars that have traveled that they know of recent memory in recent times to travel all the way up to North America. I mean, to North America, you know. He's been spotted in some places in North America, you know, and they've been checking his diet and stuff and tracking him, and he done ate a couple black bears too, you know. Jaguars don't be playing. And you know that he came in and stuff. But anyway, I thought it was dope, man. I think I definitely recommend y'all check it out. I think it was cool, and let me know if I missed any details in this little presentation, man. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Let me know if I missed any details, but it was a pretty good thing, man. I think it's a very good thing, man. You know, new tournament, World Cup style. They could supplement, you know, for the lack of boxing in the Olympics. And once again, I just think Big Turk is just doing his thing, man. You know, like I said, more rules will be announced, but the overall, just to get the general gist is that there will be a tournament soon, and you know, and all for the younger fighters to excel and showcase their skills. And like I said, 26-year-old age limit. And he also announced in this that he wants to make Bud versus Canelo. He said even if he doesn't have to do it directly, he said he wants to see Bud versus Canelo 2025. And he also said he wants to see Vladimir Klitschko be a champion again, or at least attempt to be a champion in 2025. Good Lord willing. So there's some good things going on, man. Big Turk doing his thing, man. I don't agree with the Klitschko thing because I don't want to see Klitschko's get slaughtered, or Vladimir Klitschko get slaughtered. But you know, it is what it is, man. That's what he wants to do. I'll definitely watch. El Jefe likes chicken. You feel me? Chicken in the kitchen. Yeah. Shout out to Big. We got the Jaguar coming through Africa like a boss. Oh my gosh, bro. That shit was killing, bro. I was crying, bro. Yeah, man. We got the Jaguar say, hey, man, the Lions got to move over, man. How you talking about? How can we separate central? A random geographical question. I was just talking about that to Bob the other day, man. I just think it's just because I don't know, man. The little strip of land that goes there, and then the little other countries. I don't know why they do it geographically, man. But I don't know. Why not just call it all one big America? But I said I don't know. Who knows? North America is only what comprised of USA and Canada, right? I don't know. Good question. But yeah, I guess just the way the land is shaped, I guess, that's I think hopefully it's something like that and not something more devious and nefarious in nature, but you know how the world is, man. Like to do segregate things and segregate and separate things. I don't know. But yeah, also too, I want to announce, not announce, but I want to also talk about the TEO and Klitschko's thing, right? TEO and Boots thing, man. So as you know, TEO once again calling out fighters that aren't in his division. He called out like 5 people, a plethora of fighters, and not one of them are in his division. He said North America is comprised of all that. Central America isn't a continent. Bro, if one more person says Central America isn't a continent, bro, I'm about to get annoyed. You know why? We know why. He said, you know why? We know why. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Central America, yeah, it's like I don't know why they don't. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think who said that last time? I think it was Smoochie. Ain't nobody say Central America is a continent, bro. What's next? The IBF said a belt made out of grizzly represent the Asian. hey man, they got bears in Asia, man. You know what I'm saying? Grizzly bears might be all through that, man. We got jaguars in Africa, man. You never know, man. Chill out, bro. The grizzlies might be moving, so you never know, man. The jaguars might, what I'm talking about. but yeah, so but Teofimo and Boots, right? So like I was saying, Teofimo hasn't called out any fighter in his division, and every fighter that's of any major consequence, they've been calling out Teo, right? We seen Alberto Puello mentioned Teo, but we gonna exclude him because he needs to fight Sandor Martin, and we haven't heard much about him. Sandor Martin. But Ryo has mentioned what's it? I never said Central America was a continent. Yeah, that's what you want to hear. I've never said that. That is cap. You just hear people talking and y'all be so thirsty to correct somebody. I never said Central America was a continent. That's a lie. We were talking about continents going against each other, and we said, oh, this continent in Europe could go against North America. And then I think Oscar suggested in the chat, he said, yeah, all the Americas could be as one. I said, yeah, we could put all together North America, South America, and Central America. I never said Central America was a continent. You just heard that because y'all be so thirsty to correct somebody, even when you're incorrect. Go back, clip it. Matter of fact, go ahead, clip it. Clip it. Smoochie and Kendrick. Well, Kendrick ain't say that. Smoochie, go clip it, please. I bet you $100 right now. I never said Central America was a continent. Bet 100. I'll put 100 on it right now. The VOD's there. Don't get. No, I'm getting feisty. I can't defend myself, chat. I'm getting feisty. That's crazy. But anyway. No, I'm getting feisty, bro. That's crazy. I don't know about that combo. Yeah. I don't think you were there, Kendrick. Yeah, I don't think you were there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but Teofimo, right? So he ain't called out Nam person that was in his division, right? Jose Rayo Valenzuela, who's a champion 140, called him out. Devin Haney, who's not a champion to recess, he said that he claims, and Bill Haney, I believe him, but I don't know. They claim, we're just gonna go on what they said. They claimed, I didn't see any paperwork, nothing like that, but they claimed that they made him an offer, and they were, just because you make an offer don't mean it's a good offer, but according to him and according to somebody else, I don't remember who it was right now off the top of my head. It was a little while ago. I watched the interview. Dang, who was it? They said that T.O. turned it down though. It was Bill Haney, Devin Haney, and then a separate occasion, somebody else, man. I don't remember who it was. It wasn't Eddie Hearn. It was somebody. But anyway, he called him out. Liam Parle called out Teofimo. Jack Catterall called out Teofimo. Arnold Barbosa called out Teofimo. Richard Hitchens most recently called out Teofimo. But Teofimo has called out Terrence Crawford, who's 2 divisions above him. Gervonta Davis, who's a division below. Ryan Garcia, who's suspended. Boots Ennis now most recently, who's a division above. and Brian Norman, who's also a division above, even though he stopped calling him out because that fight could actually happen since he's a WBO champion. They're both WBO champions, and he could use that WBO to move up and challenge for the belt if he really wanted to do it. I don't think that Teofimo is legitimately calling out anybody. I think he's just using it as a tactic and a ploy to stay relevant, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously Bob Arum said a long time ago that he won't be fighting for the rest of the year. Now this one, it might guard this with him calling out Jaron Boots Ennis. Like I said, I won't believe it. What's my slogan? I ain't gonna say my slogan, but one of my sayings is that I won't believe it until they're both in the ring and the first round bell goes ding. So I don't believe that Teofimo is gonna fight any of those gentlemen. But the Boots one is starting to catch a little more traction, right? Because Bob Arum has come out and said that they're trying to make that fight at 147 between Teofimo and Boots. Like I said, I still don't believe it. If you look at what the verbiage was, I just made a video on it. Go check it out. Bob Arum was saying that it could potentially happen, and that the preliminary talks have started. I mean, you could approach anybody about anything. I could approach Ty about me and him setting up a fight between, I don't know, Kendrick and Oscar. That doesn't mean that it's gonna happen or come into fruition just because I approached him about it. So if you look at the verbiage, I think people sometimes get overzealous, like Smoochie in the chat. And like Kendrick, you know what I'm talking about when it comes to calling things continents. I didn't say, but anyway. I think they get a little bit overzealous or maybe overexcited, and they think something is more than what it is, but it's just potential talks. Like, that doesn't mean nothing at all. It barely means anything. Like, you know how many times Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn and Al Heyman or Oscar De La Hoya or what's his name, Frank Warren or Ben Shalom for boxer, you know how many times they're probably approached about fights, or they approach others about fights that don't really gain any real momentum or is not seriously going to happen or come into fruition. So I don't think it's serious, and I want to be very clear. Y'all know I don't like Teofimo. Because of the racially charged things that he said, you know, discriminatory comments he's made in the public most recently. I don't like him at all, you know what I'm saying? But he is a good fighter. I can't take that away from him. I always keep my objectivity. That's one thing that I'm good at. Sometimes it annoys me how objective I am, because sometimes I do want to just talk trash about somebody, you know what I'm saying, and discredit them, but I just can't do it, you know what I'm saying? So Teofimo, he's definitely a good fighter. His last two performances were very lackluster and unimpressive and flat out trash, you know, against Jermaine Ortiz. I think that he won because I feel like Jermaine Ortiz was trying to finesse boxing by not fighting. You know, boxing is a fighting style, you know, karate is a fighting style, wrestling's a fighting style. But when you fight, they're all types of fighting styles under the umbrella of fights. And in order to fight, you have to engage. Jermaine Ortiz wasn't trying to engage at all. So that's why I was glad that Teofimo won, just because of what Jermaine Ortiz was doing. But you could make a strong argument that Jermaine Ortiz won that fight, you know. So I'm not mad at anybody who thinks that Jermaine Ortiz won that fight. I'm just glad for the result, because I don't think you should be able to finesse a championship belt. You know, I think that's what he was trying to do. But then he followed up that terrible. It's still a shitty performance on Teofimo, just like it was a terrible performance on Jermaine Ortiz, similar to Shakur Stevenson, right? And Edward De Los Santos. It was a shitty performance for Shakur Stevenson. It was also a shitty performance for De Los Santos. You know, it takes two to tango, so they both had terrible performances. But we're going to focus on Shakur and Teofimo because those are the two guys that are pound for pound bound, right? Those are the two guys that are more popular, so naturally they're going to get more of the blame, but it takes two, you know. So, but Teofimo did look terrible, and he followed that up with a very unimpressive fight against Steve Claggett. That fight was terrible, you know, because he should have looked more impressive against a relatively unknown guy. That fight with Steve Claggett was supposed to galvanize his fan base and remind us that he's a takeover, but he didn't do that. You know, it's supposed to demonstrate his skills. It didn't do that. He struggled with a relatively unknown guy, a relatively unaccomplished guy at the high level portion of boxing, upper echelon of boxing, right? So I think his last two performances were terrible, and you know, we could argue that Boots' last performance against Karen wasn't that good, but he won in dominant. He still won in a dominant fashion, or convincing fashion. Let me not use the word dominant. Let me say convincing, because it was still unimpressive, but there was no question that he won, you know, and he dropped Karen, you know. So if this fight does not happen, I say all that to say that I don't think that Jaron Boots Ennis is ducking. Definitely don't think he's ducking. But I don't think Teofimo's ducking either. I just think that the fight may fail because of failed negotiations. It takes two parties to agree on the terms and the criteria in which the fight will happen. And I don't think that would be ducking. I just think, you know, the ball got rolling with this fight because Teofimo called him out. So I will say I don't think it's ducking, but I will say, again, shame on Teofimo, because I don't think he has any interest or real intention to fight Jaron Boots Ennis or Terrence Crawford or Tank or anybody else that he's called out, you know. So we'll see. I'm not even sure if he'll stay at 140 because remember the WBO, they just had that convention right out there in Puerto Rico not too long ago where they instated a new president, right, Oliveri, for the WBO, and he said that, hey man, he made it very clear. He said directly and specifically that Teofimo's next fight will be a meaningful fight, meaning that it'll either be a mandatory or somebody high in the rankings or unification, you know. And if not, then then they'll have to make some moves, you know. And I think he's basically saying that they're prepared to strip Teofimo, and I love it because he hasn't been doing much except calling people out, you know, just pump faking. She said, which live was it? I need me $100. It was like 2 lives ago. It was 2 lives ago. Yeah. So if you lose, though, be prepared to give me that hundo. All right, it ain't a one-sided bet now, Smoochie. It had to be like 2 lives ago, maybe maybe not 2 lives ago because, dang, when was it? I don't know. It couldn't have been more than 2 lives ago because, well, Saturday night I didn't go live on Sunday, and then Saturday was the fight, so it wasn't that day. I think it was Friday. Yeah. So yeah, make sure you got the bet ain't one way now. You know what I'm saying? It's a 2-way street. We got clips, but it's not about no That's crazy. I never said anything about that. Keep my name out your mouth. Smack. Teofimo, boy said exactly. So yeah, I don't think the fight will happen. I think he's just staying relevant, you know, and Bob getting behind it. I'm not mad at that because I think that at least they're on the same page. I think Bob is just keeping his name relevant to it. It's going to look bad for Eddie Hearn and Boots because, you know, they're going through their little thing where I'm assuming they're going through a little thing. It's not proven. But, you know, where Boots has come out and said, hey, it was Thursday morning. Thank you, Oscar. Yep, thank you. So, yeah, so Smooch. So is the bet on, Smoochie? Don't say that. I'll leave the ball to your court. Is the bet on? You know, let me know now. Gotta find me saying Central America is a continent. Let me know if the bet's on, cause I'll do my research too. Cause I'll clip the whole conversation and we'll watch it. Let me get that 100. But yeah, I just don't think that like I said, I just don't think Teofimo. I don't think Teofimo is serious, but like I said, with Bob Arum, it comes at a bad timing because Bob Arum. But like I said, if you look at his words, let me pull up the tweet right here. He didn't say that him and Eddie Hearn agreed. He just said he approached Eddie Hearn about it. But it's going to look like if I'm Boots, because what Boots just come out and say. Boots said, hey, man, you know, if you don't hear anything come from me, don't believe it. Meaning that he was mad that he's being called a duck because his team wasn't on the same page about the Virgil Ortiz, Jaron Boots, and his potential fight. So you got to assume that there's some type of little miscommunication rift there. So now if he's just hearing about Teofimo and him potentially fighting, naturally he's going to get more annoyed, you know. So I think it's bad timing, but I don't think that, and maybe Bob Arum is doing this intentionally, you know. Bob be slick at his old age, you know, and I think it was just his birthday too. Happy birthday to him. But yeah, I think that I don't think there's anything to say about talks. Like let's read the tweet directly so y'all can see what I'm saying. You just gotta work on our interpretation of words so we don't get super excited. But I don't think there was anything out of line about this. So let's bring it up right here. All right, so look, the tweet read, what the freak? Oh, right here. So the tweet reads, Jaron Boots Ennis versus Teofimo Lopez is now in talks as a potential fight. So now in talks, I mean, we're talking right now. Anything could be a talk, right? So that talk just means it's brought up as a potential fight, meaning that it could happen. Not that it's definitively going to happen. So a potential fight for Boots' IBF welterweight world title, Bob Arum has revealed. Arum said they've approached Eddie Hearn about making the bout as a joint DAZN ESPN pay-per-view. They approached Eddie Hearn. Didn't say they agreed with Eddie Hearn. Didn't say they negotiated with Eddie Hearn. It says they approached Eddie Hearn. Like I said, you know, Eddie Hearn, you know how many fights Eddie Hearn probably approaches Bob Arum about for Top Rank? You know how many fights Bob Arum probably approaches Al Heyman about for PBC? You know how many fights Al Heyman probably approaches Oscar De La Hoya about for Golden Boy? Like, so I don't think that's anything definitive. There's nothing definitive about this statement, man. All this is hype. It's just as much as these 2 exclamation marks are hype, that's all this is hype. You know, so like I said, I believe it when they both hop in. But if this fight doesn't come into fruition, I don't think it's because anybody ducked. But like I said, I don't think that Boots is gonna fight. I'm not even sure. Even if Teofimo wants to fight Boots, I mean, I would like that fight, and I think it could happen. But I'm not sure Boots would have that fight, because then I think it'll still look bad, because people will say, "Oh, you're gonna fight Teofimo, but you didn't want to move up and fight Virgil Ortiz," which I don't think that's the right thing, because that's not the right assessment to make, because it's saying that him versus Teofimo would be at 147. Not, he wouldn't go to 140 or go to 154. So he'll stay in his division. But people are unfairly going to say, oh, you're fighting a 140 pounder. You know how people do, man. They don't look at the details and tell the true story or the whole story. Yo, shout out to my boy Ty, man. Dropping that graffiti on the chat walls. You feel me? With that bread, that cheese, that butter. I love you. Shout out to my boy Ty, man. He said band for band. Nah, I ain't got it right now, cuz. You know what I'm saying? The way my bank account set up, my boy Ty got that long money. Shout out to Smoochie, man. Smoochie said, you ain't say the words, but you was listening off content. I said, no, that's the lie. I'll take that bet too. No. Okay, I will say this, though. I will say this, chat. Sometimes I know you're busy, Smoochie, and I know, not just Smoochie, but I'm just talking to Smoochie right now. But anyway, everybody. I know sometimes Smoochie's busy, sometimes Ty's busy, sometimes, and I know I talk fast, so everybody's not paying attention. You hear bits and pieces. I did list off the continents, and then I said to include Central America. I never said that Central America was a continent. I promise you that. But yes, I did list off the continents, and then I also mentioned Central America, back to saying, you know, even when Oscar said that we can include Oceania, which is Australia, in them, into Europe. I never said Central America was a continent. I said we could include that whole, I said we could include all the Americas after I listed all the continents, being, you know, Africa, South America, Australia, Europe, whatever, all that stuff with bonbons. Y'all know the continents. So I appreciate you, Ty. Thank you, bro. Jose said he should dominate 147, then move on. I agree, Jose. Jose in the building. Like I said, and dominate doesn't even talk no jitsu. That's crazy. To dominate doesn't even necessarily mean get undisputed. I'm not saying that Boots has to get undisputed, but I would like for him to get unified and at least move up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, but the reason why I think the Teofimo fight could work, not just Teofimo, any fight, you know, a fight, as long as it's a big name, because Eddie Hearn promised a big name and he promised a unification. He said either a unification or a big name. Teofimo does check one of those boxes, not the unification, but the big name. And if it's at 147, I think that'll work. And I'm going to tell you why I think it works. Because if you look at the timeline right now, I don't really want to see Boots versus Teofimo. I don't want to see Boots versus anybody outside of Brian Norman Jr., Mario Barrios, or Eimantas Stanionis. However, the caveat is Stanionis is fighting Shakram Giyashov, which is Eddie Hearn's fighter, and Shakram Giyashov. He's a mandatory for Stanionis' belt, right? Stanionis is with PBC, and he has a WBA belt? Who has a WBC belt? 147. Does he have the WBA? Stanionis has WBA. Yeah, because Barrios has a WBC. Yeah, so Stanionis has to satisfy his mandatory in Shakram Giyashov. That fight is approximately in March or April, according to what people have been saying, right? So that means that Boots can't fight him in March or April because he's already fighting. And then Mario Barrios, he's been in talks with Pacquiao or Conor Benn, according to him and his trainer Bob Santos and other parties, including Manny Pacquiao and Conor Benn themselves. So he's tied up for the foreseeable future, you know. And then we have Brian Norman, who has a WBO belt. He was supposed to fight Derek Cuevas on the undercard of Keyshawn Davis's card in November, but he got injured. He sustained an injury, so it got postponed. And they said that fight will happen in March. So none of the other champions are available. So then why not try to fight Teofimo if he's going to go to 147 in that time, and then he could fight one of the unifications in the summer? I think that works out, you know, because like I said, I dropped a video on this. I don't know how Eddie Hearn plans on making it. He said his next fight for Boots is either going to be a unification or a big name. I don't know who's a big name at 147. The only big name at 147 would be Conor Benn. And Conor Benn is the one that's in talks with Mario Barrios, and that's also Eddie Hearn's fighter. But the saving grace, the silver lining in that is that just because they're in talks don't mean it's definitive. Like, and plus Conor Benn is Matchroom. right? So Eddie Hearn, that's the easiest fight to facilitate if you're Eddie Hearn, is Conor Benn versus Boots, because Conor Benn and Boots are Matchroom. So there are ways that it can happen, but I don't know, man. We'll see. Teo Trade that dominate 147 without being undisputed. That's what he just. I agree with that. If Clone was here, he go band for band. It gets me with the super. Yeah, man. Nobody want to go band for band, man, but they want to bet me $100. It's crazy. And then Canelo was Floyd talking about he won 2 stacks for Liam Paro losing to Richardson Hitches. But speaking of the Clone, Ty, I want to thank him, man. Shout out to Ty. I mean, shout out to Clone, but he's not here right now. Is Clone in here? You added him. Is he here? Yo, shout out to my boy Clone, bro. If you are in here, Clone, I want to say thank you, bro. Clone dropped a 50 piece on the Cash App, man. So he came through like a boss. Dropped them big biscuits, man. But yeah, so he dropped a 50 piece on the Cash App while I was off stream, man. So shout out to Clone, big salute, man. I appreciate you, brethren. But yeah, so I just think I want to thank him for that. But yeah, I don't think that the Teofimo and Jaron Boots in this fight, it will be serious. I don't know who Teofimo is going to fight next. But yeah, I wouldn't mind watching it. But I do agree. I always said that, in my opinion, I would prefer for Boots to try to dominate at 147 and at least unify once before moving up to 154, you know, because like I said, that'll help raise his profile. You know, what's the knock on Boots? the biggest knock on Jaron Ennis is that he doesn't have the level of opposition. He doesn't have the high caliber win, right? Because he doesn't have the high caliber opponents, you know. And that's no disrespect to the fighters that he fought, like Karen Chukadjian. I think Karen Chukadjian would be a tough fight for anybody at 147. Whether it's Brian Norman Jr. or Mario Barrios or Stanley Owens, I think that's a tough fight. Or Conor Benn, or hell, I think Virgil Ortiz would struggle with Karen. I'm not saying that they would lose, but I think it's a tough fight. So, and he fought him twice and beat him convincingly twice. So that's a good win, but he doesn't have the name or the profile to really build his renown. So same with Virgil Ortiz. His win over Serhiy Boachuk is a good win and his best win. But that was my knock on Serhiy Boachuk. I mean, on Virgil Ortiz and Jaron Boots Ennis, is that they have the talent, but they just don't have the opposition to justify their placement on a pound for pound list. You know, they have the skills, in my opinion, and they have the talent. You know, they just don't have the opponent. But that's a key ingredient. You know, it's not just about how you win, but it's also you have to win in a good fashion against good fighters. That's what other great fighters do, you know, like Terrence Crawford. He beat some good fighters as former champions, you know. Errol Spence did that. Canelo has done that. Usyk has done that. You know, I could go on and go on, you know. So that's what is a very key ingredient to proving that you're good. It's not just looking good against mediocre opposition. It's looking good against good opposition, you know. So I think that, yeah, it would behoove him to at least be a unified champion, because that'll raise his profile. You can't really question that, you know, and then move up to 154. But that's just my personal opinion, man. I like the natural progression of things. I don't think, you know, to me, it's only appropriate to move up for 2 reasons. You either move up because you can't make the weight, or you move up because you dominated your division, or at least tried to. And I don't think that he's accomplished that. He said, yo, Big Turkey taking over. Hey, Manzo, did you hear my guy Manzo Musa in the building? What's good? Smoochie, what you doing? Let me find. I bet you know what's crazy? If Smoochie finds a clip, she's not gonna tell me. She was wrong. She's just gonna be quiet. But now don't worry about it, Smoochie. You can show me. If you lose, which you would lose, I wouldn't charge you because you my dog. I wouldn't do you like that. But you definitely lose that one. Good luck finding that. Why are fighters looking for higher weight classes when they have good fights? Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Jose. That's what I be saying. And I'm so glad Mansa Musa's here, because he thinks that I'm hating on Bam Rodriguez when I say that. I said, bro, no, Bam Rodriguez does not need to move up to 118 and fight Junto Nakatani, or move up to 122 and fight Naya Inoue. He needs to fight the 2 undefeated champions in his division, like Fernando Puma Martinez, the Argentinian fighter who was unified at 115 before he gave up the IBF belt to have a rematch against Kazuta Ioka, or fight Sfumuledi Cafu, who's another undefeated champion from South Africa at 115, and then move up. Buy me. What I'm gonna get you. Shout out to Smoochie dropping that graffiti on the chat walls, man. One time for all the support I'm getting today, especially from the ladies. You know what I'm saying? She came through dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. coming through with the big yellow on the chat walls, man, like a boss, like La Jefa, you feel me? Not El Jefe, La Jefa. Shout out to Smoochie in the building, man. Thank you so much, Smoochie. I appreciate that. Big love. Thank you so much. Dropping that the big hello yellow on the chat walls. But yeah, exactly, Jose, though. So buy you something. I definitely gotta get you something nice. I don't know what I'm gonna get you. Well, I got an idea. Kinda, but you in Connecticut. I can't see you. I'm gonna have to Amazon Prime it to you. Thank you so much, Smoochie. I appreciate that love for real. I would say this though. Oh man, Smoochie made me lose my train of thought. Oh yeah. So and same with Junto Nakatani, Jose. Same with Junto Nakatani. Junto Nakatani has 4 champions at 118, right? Junto Nakatani, Seiya Susumi, Ryosuke Nishida, and Yoshiki Takei. All 4 of them are champions and undefeated at 118. I don't mind. Don't get me wrong. I would love for him to fight Naoya Inoue. But can he be unified first? You see what I'm saying? Before he moves up. And same with 135. You know what I'm saying? I would love for Gervonta Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko, or Denis Berinchyk. 3 of those 4 are undefeated. Of course, Lomachenko's 18-3, but 3 of those 4 are undefeated. I would love for them to unify. Like I feel like we'd be skipping steps so much, you know. But I mean, I like I said, I wouldn't mind it if Junto Nakatani versus Naoya Inoue fight. I'm not gonna complain. If Bam Rodriguez and Naoya Inoue fight, I wouldn't complain there either. Or if Bam Rodriguez and Junto Nakatani fight, I'm not complaining. But if you Jaron Businis and you have 147, you have 3 other champions, there. You, Brian Norman, Stanionis, and Barrios, why not unify before we talk about moving up, you know? That's just my personal opinion, bro, but I don't know. Like, same with the Cruiserweight. Shout out to Gilberto Ramirez, my boy Zerto. Big salute. He just fought CBS and got that belt up off him. You know what I'm saying? He got that belt up off him, man. But we talk about Jai Apataya, and I like Jai Apataya. I do like Jai Apataya. He's a good fighter. I think that he is if I had to pick one as the best, I would say he is the best. But it don't matter who's the best in our minds. It matters who's the best in that squared circle, in that ring, right? You have to prove it, you know. And right now, Zerto has 2 belts. So if I'm ranking the cruiserweights, Zerto is number 1. In my opinion. Yes, I know Jai Apataya has a Ring Magazine belt, but you know, the Ring Magazine belt is primarily predicated off of being a lineal champion, and he has a lineal champion. He became the lineal champion when he beat Maris Bradis. But hold on, Maris Bradis wasn't the guy at cruiserweight because he lost to Usyk, who was the guy, and the guy in Usyk moved up to heavyweight, and now he's the guy at heavyweight. So Maris Bradis wasn't really the guy. I'm not trying to discredit Jai Apataya. This is just the truth, you know. So I'm sorry, Jai Apataya's Ring Magazine belt doesn't mean as much as Zerto being unified by beating an undefeated Gulamarian to get the WBA belt, and then beating CBS, Chris William Smith, to get the WBO belt. I'm sorry, that means more in my personal opinion. So I do think Jai Apataya is the best. I think if they fought, I would slightly edge the fight. You know, I would lean in favor of Jai Apataya, but not by a huge margin. You know, I think Zerto's good. You know, Zerto only has 1 blemish on his record, and that's losing to Dimitri Bivol. There's no shame in that. Dimitri Bivol's a beast. We got Ryan Frazier in the building. What's good, brethren? Bro, I can't believe you said that tongue twist. Bro, you saw me struggling with it, bro. I was struggling, man. But you know, they got some names on them, don't it? But yeah. Yo, we got more graffiti on the chat wall. Smoochie coming in, dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. Shout out to Smoochie. She said make. She said band for band, cuzzy. I appreciate the Smoochie. Shout out to Smoochie, man. Smoochie be showing love, man. For real. I be getting a lot of love, man. We going for a little channel. I appreciate it. So we going band for band. That Grand Prix thing is crazy too. Yeah, I just talked to her. Make. Oh Lord, she going crazy. Oh, she calling you out though. She calling you out, Ty. She calling you out. She said, make it. These biscuits? So that's what we getting. If you can name those fighters, you know, but man, hey, Jose, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Yes, we know our boxing around here, man. I just love the sport, man. I'm not one of those make it rain. Talk to with that bread, that cheese, that butter. Shout out to Smooshy going crazy, man. Making it rain, man. She got the yellow and the blue in the chat. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to my boy Ty. He got the blue in the chat, man. Dropping that graffiti on the chat walls. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Jose. That's what I say. And there's no disrespect to anybody, you know, because I don't think that there's anything wrong with being a casual boxing fan. I know we say that disrespectfully a lot of times with a negative connotation, but I think there's three things that are overused in boxing. It's duck, robbery, and casual. Just because two people disagree don't mean that one of them is a casual. However, I will say, in my personal opinion, I think it's the truth, that a lot of people are casuals when it comes to the lower weight divisions. And of course, in America, particularly, we don't really care about the smaller weight divisions in boxing. They're less attractive, right? Of course, with the most attractive being heavyweight. But I just feel like whenever you say, oh, now your Inoue doesn't have anybody to fight at 122, he has to move up to 126. No, he doesn't, bro. But you know, it's easier to say that than it is to just admit that you just don't watch boxing enough to know who's at bantamweight and super bantamweight. Like, bro, would you be mad if I'm not mad at Naoya Inoue fighting Sam Goodman. He's an undefeated fight. He's not the best fight, but he's an undefeated fighter who's the mandatory. He's in the #1 position in two of the sanctioning bodies. That's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? I think Naoya Inoue is gonna put him to sleep. He gonna put him night, put him back down under. You know what I'm saying? With some of our other Aussie brethren and sister that just recently lost. But you know, I think that he's gonna beat Sam Goodman. But it's still a good fight. He's fighting a guy that's ranked #1 in 2 sanctioning bodies. That's at 122. Oh, and if he doesn't fight him, guess what? He could fight Elijah Pierce. That's a good fight. I think Naoya Inoue beats him too, but that's a good fight. Oh, he could fight his other mandatory, and MJ Akhmadaliev, who's ranked #1 at WBA. I think he beats him too, but I think that's the best fight at 122. And he could also fight John Rio Casimero. He can't fight him in Japan because Casimiro's currently banned for a year out of Japan, but he could fight him too. I'd be interested. Like I said, I think Naoya Inoue beats all of them, but it's a good fight. And then, of course, you got Juto Nakatani at 118 and stuff like that. But this notion that, oh, Naoya Inoue has to fight Bam Rodriguez because there's nobody else for them to fight. Are you crazy? Bam Rodriguez has 2 other undefeated champions in his weight division right now. And one of them, and Fernando Martinez, Puma Martinez, is calling him out. And he's been calling them out, but you don't pay attention. So if we don't pay attention, then we just say, oh, there's nobody. No, there's people there. You just don't know them. Just because you're not in Nigeria to feel the wind blowing don't mean the wind ain't blowing. Just because you're not there to witness the sun shining in Brazil don't mean the sun ain't shining. You just can't see it and you ain't feel it. So it's just crazy, bro. Like we want Bam Rodriguez to fight a guy that's undisputed in 2 weight divisions. You want him to move up 2 weight divisions when he has undefeated champions that he could fight and unify. And shout out to Bam Rodriguez. He said that he would do that. You know, he said he wants to prioritize unifications, but he also said he'll fight Chocolatito Gonzalez. And I said, that's crazy. Leave that old man alone. Just because people don't know them doesn't mean they are trash. Exactly. Now, I will say this, though. You know, shout out to the little boxers, but some of them do be a little overrated. I ain't gonna lie. But they not. I don't think they're trash just because you don't know them. I agree with you 1,000%. But I do think sometimes people overrate them. And case in point, you know, I like Bam Rodriguez a lot. I think Bam Rodriguez is a beast. I think he's a future pound-for-pound talent. I think he could be on the pound-for-pound list right now at like number 10 or something. But, bro, I seen somebody put him at number 4. How? How can you put Bam Rodriguez at number 4?
What?
Like, do you know that, first of all, the top 3, everybody should have these as their top 3. It should be Terrence Crawford, Usyk, and Inoue. It doesn't have to be in that order. They're interchangeable. It could be Inoue, Usyk, and Bud. It could be Usyk, Bud, and Inoue. It doesn't matter, but it has to be those 3. All 3 of them have a commonality of being undisputed in 2 different weight divisions. That's phenomenal. That's walking legend, all-time great type shit. You know what I'm saying? So the top 3 have to be those 3. Has to consist of those 3. Then 4 and 5, I'm sorry. Number 4 should either be Canelo, the first ever undisputed at 168 pounds, or it should be Artur Beterbiev, who's also undisputed at 175, and he beat a fellow undefeated champion in Dmitry Bivol to get that. So how can you put Bam Rodriguez, who's not undisputed, he's not even unified, and he has 2 undefeated champions in his weight division right now? How can you put him above Canelo or Beterbiev. Like, to me, that just shows that you don't watch boxing, bro. That's disrespectful. Being undisputed is the highest accomplishment. That's the highest honor that you could achieve in boxing, is being undisputed. Now, Canelo's not undisputed right now because, of course, he didn't want to fight William Skull for his mandatory. Thank God he didn't, because nobody wants to see that. But he was undisputed, and, like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. I do think that Ben Rodriguez will get there, but let him get there. Let him go through the process like everybody else had to. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no skipping steps, bro. There's no skipping steps, man. Just because people don't up. Did you talk about the Jalil fight? No, I didn't talk. Oh yeah, not today. I talked. Well, not this stream. I talked about it in the morning stream. Shout out to Smoochie, man. Smoochie done put Ty to sleep. Well, pause.
What do you mean by that?
Smoochie done put Ty to sleep, man. Shout out to Smoochie, man. She don't want to make it rain battle. I appreciate you, Smoochie. Shout out to Ty for putting out the challenge too. But yeah, Jalil Hackett, we could talk about it right now. I like Jalil Hackett, man, but Jalil Hackett, I'm sorry. I watched the fight. I'm not gonna say it's a robbery. I didn't score the fight. I usually score it, so I don't like to say something's a robbery if I didn't score it. I did not score it because I was busy at the time. I was working on a video while I was watching it, but it didn't look like a robbery. Probably could have went his way. It probably could have went either way, but at the same time, when you leave a fight close, and it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, he didn't look the best from an endurance standpoint, from a being in shape standpoint, and Eddie Hearn pointed that out too. Shout out to Jalil Hackett, man. I was rooting for him. I think he can bounce back. He's young, 21, so he could bounce back, but you just got to be more focused, man. There's no gimmies in boxing. I don't care if you're fighting, if you're now anyway, and you're fighting TJ Doheny, who had no chance. You still got to approach it like he's the best person. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're fighting. If you're Usyk and you're fighting Tyson Fury, or you're, that's a great matchup, or you're fighting, or you're in a way and fighting TJ Doheny, who's not a great matchup. You still got to approach it. You got to approach it right. Did you watch it again after watching it live? No, I did not watch it again. I did not watch it. I watched the highlights again. You know what's crazy about that, Kendrick? I watched the first 3 rounds again, and then I fell asleep. I'm curious to see what people think the second time around. All right, bet. I'm going to watch it again tonight, and I'll let you know in the morning if you remind me, please. My brother. Me sleep and no Diddy. Hey yo, no Diddy.
No Diddy.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought you had to go. I thought you were at work or something. He said it was a pretty close fight. Yeah, and it's just like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you're gonna get tested. These young fighters, I think sometimes they just I'm not just piling on Jalil Hackett either. Not just him. A lot of young fighters are guilty of this. Like Khalil Cole, we just saw. Even what's my guy? David Picasso, right? The undefeated fighter at 122. He just, when he fought, not his last fight against Ramirez, but his fight before that against Azat Hovhannisyan, he got a gift. Azat Hovhannisyan could have easily won that fight. It could have went either way, but it just looked like Hovhannisyan was just, in his bag, and it looked like Picasso wasn't expecting such a tough fight. And that's gonna happen, what's the other guy, Gallegos, when he fought Khalil Cole? It seemed like Khalil Cole just wasn't physically ready, as far as his endurance and stuff goes, man. You gotta. That's why Floyd is great. That's why Manny Pacquiao is great. You never seen the greats go in there and look like they weren't prepared from like a road work. You know what I'm saying? Like a stamina standpoint, or like a. You know what I'm saying? And there's no shame, because those are great. It's not easy to be great. But that's one thing you never see. You never see Terrence Crawford look like he's not in shape. You never see that from Floyd. You never see that from Manny Pacquiao. You never see that from Canelo. You never see that from the greats, man. You can't. Unfortunately, it's not basketball. Unfortunately, it's not most other sports where you can have a bad game and just bounce back and be okay, no problem. You got to lock it in. Yeah, exactly. That's a great point, Kendrick. Abdullah Mason is a perfect example. Abdullah Mason, to me, that kid has been looking phenomenal, man. And like, he ran into Johan Vasquez, who was a tough fight for him. But that's good learning experience. He didn't look like he was out of shape. You saw some mistakes. Like, I thought that he rushed in after getting hurt too fast, but that's something he's gonna learn. You know what I'm saying? That's something he's gonna learn. So I think that what's always in your control is being in shape. There's no excuse for not coming in shape. You know what I'm saying? Looking like you tired in the second round or third round. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Jalil Hackett, I think that shout out to his opponent. I can't remember his name right now, but shout out to his opponent, man. His opponent did his thing. And I got to watch it again. And maybe, like I said, maybe Jalil Hackett, maybe it was a controversial loss. Maybe he did deserve to win. But that's not a guy that, if Jalil Hackett is who, if he's major like we think he is, that's not a guy that should have beat him. And no disrespect to him either, his opponent. No disrespect to him, you know, but it's just, you know, there's supposed to be levels, and, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't lose to certain guys. That's not a guy that, if he wants us to be confident in him, that's not a guy he should have a close fight with. You know, yeah, but he has to crush the level D plus fighters to become the A class. Exactly. I agree 1,000%. But yeah, I think I agree with what you and Kendrick both said. You know, and I don't want to call anybody tomato cans, but I mean, yeah, I just think it's just certain parts of your career to where you're supposed to go through. You know, it's just part of your progression. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's all. Even with Floyd Kid Austin Schofield or Emiliano Vargas or anybody that doesn't look super impressive in all of their fights so far, but it's just still a good experience, you know. Even like when Keyshawn Davis fought the guy from Pro Box, fought on Pro Box before he fought him. Was it Diego Magdaleno? No, Diego Madueno. When he fought Madueno, it's like that was a rough fight, but it's still an experience, you know what I'm saying? And he overcame that. So, you know, sometimes you do got to go have rough fights. You know, like Sam Noakes had a rough fight with that guy. I'm not too convinced on Sam Noakes yet, though. But, yeah, he had a rough fight. Yo, Ray Davis in the building. What's good, brethren? That's part of the process, you know. And Chad Job tuning in. OTA, shout out to you, bro. My boy tuning in during overtime. I appreciate you, bro. But yeah, man, there's a lot of times as part of the process. I don't think we should rush these fighters. You know, whether we talking about Abdullah Mason or Bam Rodriguez, I don't think they should be rushed. And I think that if Bam Rodriguez goes and fights Naya in the way and he loses, we gonna throw him away, bro. And I don't think that's right. You know what I'm saying? So let him go through the natural progression and doing things like fighting, you know, like he fought Sonny Edwards, who I think was his best win. And Juan Francisco Estrada was a good win too. But like I said, Juan Francisco Estrada, he's a legend for what he's done, not for what he's doing. You know, he's past his prime. So I think that when he beat Sonny Edwards was, what, 27 years old. That's a guy in his prime. To me, that was his best win. And he looked great. You know, like I said, I think Bam Rodriguez beats Puma Martinez. I think Bam Rodriguez also beats Fuma Lady Cafu. But I think that is part of his process and growing into the full-fledged pound-for-pound talent that we believe he is. If we put him in there with Junta Nakatani prematurely and Junta Nakatani knocks his block off, or Naoya Inoue knocks his block off, then we're going to say, oh, Bam Rodriguez isn't what we thought he was. No, it's not that he wasn't what he thought he was. We didn't give him time to develop into what we thought he was or what he could be. You know, we rushing these guys because we want to microwave everything, man. Sometimes you got to let that whole marinate, man. Let it marinate, bro. You got to put that turkey, you got to baste the turkey, you got to marinate a couple days, you know what I'm talking about, before you shove it in the oven and get turkey dinner. That's exquisite, ain't that right, Smoochie, the chef? Man, I seen a post from Top Rank asking who's next for Espinosa, Shushu, Angelo Leo, or Nick Ball. Ain't nobody asking for Shushu versus 1,000%. And that's another. I'm so glad Oscar brought up Shushu Carrington. I like Shushu. I want him to be good, but he's not. He has not been demonstrating what. He's not what I thought he was. I feel like he's been oversold. He's been overhyped, and it's not necessarily his fault. But I just don't believe in him. I'm with Oscar 1,000%. You're telling me Shushu is supposed to be fighting Naoya Inoue? Bitch, where? What Naoya Inoue? not the Naoya Inoue I know. It must be an alternative dimension, maybe. You know what I'm talking about? It must be another timeline, parallel universe Inoue, not the Inoue I've been seeing. No, bro, Shushu gonna get slaughtered. And that's no disrespect. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just don't like. His last fight against Dana Coolwell, there's nothing about that convinces me that he'll do good against Naoya Inoue. There's nothing about his last fight before that against Solomon Sagawa that would convince me he's going to do good against Naoya Inoue. The only saving grace that he could do good against Naoya Inoue is because Naoya Inoue is at 122, and if Naoya Inoue moves up to 126, maybe the 4 pounds will be enough to not let his power translate. So maybe he won't be as formidable as a fighter at 126, but it's not because I don't. That's a huge risk to take if you're gonna fight somebody based on you thinking or hoping that the guy won't be the same because he moved up. Like, there's nothing from Bruce Shushu Carrington's performances make me think that he could compete with Inoue. or Espinosa. I think, like I said, I personally believe Rafael Espinosa, El Divino Espinosa, is the best at 126. I thought so before his last fight with Robisi, and his last fight with Robisi further convinced me that, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think any other featherweight can make Robisi quit. Even though, you know, Robisi, like I say, he was getting elbowed. I don't think it was I think it was inadvertent. I don't think it was intentional. I don't think it was malicious. But he did catch a couple elbows. And I think Robisi Ramirez can bounce back. But I thought Divino was going to win that fight anyway going in. And I think Divino beats everybody at featherweight. And I don't even know why we're talking about him versus Shushu. Like, Shushu's not a champion. If I'm not mistaken, Shushu only fought one top 10 guy, and that was Suleiman Sagawa, and a lot of people thought he lost. You know, it was a close fight, controversial fight, could have went either way. But I'm not mad at anybody who thinks that Sagawa won. So why are we talking about him versus Espinosa? Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Let him get in that position to where he's a mandatory. And I think he's close. He's up there high in the ranks now. But yeah, I don't think that now him versus maybe him versus Angelo Leo is a good fight. I don't know. I would lean towards Angelo Leo. Him versus Nick Ball, Shushu versus Nick Ball. I think that's a good fight. I think that's the best matchup there for Shushu. But you better leave Espinosa the hell alone. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not Espinosa. I don't know, man. And what Angelo Leo did to Luis Venado Lopez, I don't know if he want that pressure either, you know. And I'm not trying to, like I said, I'm not discrediting the young man. I think he's good, but I think he has a ways to go to convince me that he's what we thought he was. And like I said, it's not completely his fault, because every time somebody wins at 115 pounds to 126 pounds, they ask him about Naoya Inoue. So he's just responding to the questions. It's not his fault that we want him to, that we think he could beat Inoue. But, you know, at the same time, that is the burden that he must carry, and I don't think he's ready for that burden. That's too heavy. He says Xander Zayas fighting tomato cans. Nah, man, I think Xander Zayas is another one that's on the proper track, man. In my personal opinion, I think Xander Zayas is on the proper track, bro. I think that, you know, his last fight against Damian Sosa, he danced circles around him, you know, and outboxed his head off. He washed him. And Damian Sosa just won a good fight on Pro Box's fight before that. And then Xander Zayas, before that fight, he fought Patrick Teixeira, who's a guy that's been in world title fights, multiple. So I think Xander Zayas is on a good track. In my personal opinion, remember, he's only 22 years old, right? He's 20-0 with 12 knockouts, I believe. Yeah, no, I actually think that Top Rank's doing right by, and I don't like Top Rank, but I think Top Rank is doing right by Xander Zayas. And I think he's on a good track, man. And shout out to him for calling out Virgil Ortiz, you know, and all that stuff, man, and looking for big opportunities. But now I think Xander Zayas is being brought along appropriately, in my personal opinion. Just like Floyd Kid Austin Schofield, like him and Floyd Kid Austin Schofield are the same to me, you know. Xander Zayas is at 154, Kid Austin's at 135, but Xander Zayas is ranked number 1 in the WBO at 154. Kid Austin Schofield's ranked number 2 in the WBA, or WBC or I think WBA at 135, and he's fighting Shakur. I think that's a little too premature, but the young man, I can't knock him. He's ambitious, you know, and he wants to fight with Shakur. He's been calling him out, and Shakur obliged, and now he got the fight. So did Oscar. So I think that's great, you know what I'm saying? Let him be ambitious. That's dope. But he's only 22 years old. Not saying that's too young, but he's only 22 years old, just like Xander Zayas, and he is ranked high just like Xander Zayas, but he has 2 less fights than Xander Zayas. He's 18-0 with 12 knockouts. Xander Zayas is 20-0 with 12 knockouts. But I think that they were being brought along appropriately, and now Kid Austin's taking a huge jump. But if he loses, he's young, and I think he could bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Depends on how he handles the loss, or he could win. You know what I'm saying? He could win and, you know, shut me up. You know, but yeah, I salute Floyd Kid Austin Schofield for calling out Shakur and getting the fight, and I salute Xander Zayas for calling out Virgil Ortiz. And even though he didn't get the fight, I salute him, man. And I'm not gonna lie, I think Xander Zayas could beat Virgil Ortiz, to be honest. Boots, Tank, Shakur, Haney, and TEO got to prove themselves in 2025. I agree. Not so much about. To be fair, and I know this is gonna sound crazy to some people, but hear me out. I don't think Shakur has too much pressure on him. Because whether it's real or fake, we could say that maybe he's crying wolf and he's wolfing out there. But in my opinion, Shakur, even though I like Tank the most, and I think Tank beats Shakur, I think Shakur has been seeming like he's the most willing to fight anybody. He's been talking. He called out Teofimo. He's been calling out Lomachenko back when he was on Top Rank. He called out Muratalla back when those fights could have been easily facilitated when he was on Top Rank. Then he went to Matchroom. He obliged the call out from Zepeda, and you know what I'm saying. And now he's fighting Kid Austin Schofield. He's been calling out Tank. So I don't think Shakur has. I don't blame Shakur. And like I said, I could be wrong. He could be faking the funk. You know, you never know. But I don't. That's one thing. I don't really care for Shakur like that. I think he'd be tweeting and shit too much, and it's annoying. But he has to promote himself and stuff like that. Salute to him. I do think that he's the second best at 135. I think that him and Tank is one of the best fights to make in boxing. I think Tank wins, but I think Shakur could win. I think it's a great fight. I think the only person that beats Shakur, in my opinion, is Tank, and the only person that could beat Tank, in my opinion, is Shakur at 135. So, but yeah, in my opinion, I do agree with you that they have to prove themselves, but I don't think it's Shakur. I don't think it's for a lack of effort of Shakur. I do think that Shakur is trying to get those big fights. He just can never land them. They're just eluding him. I think the people that have to prove themselves the most at 120 at 2025, good Lord willing, is Boots and TEO. Haney definitely has to bounce back, but I don't think it really matters who he comes back against. I think people are just talking. Like, if you're okay with Teofimo coming back after a rough loss and getting a tune-up in Steve Claggett, still not looking that good, and people still believe in him, then I don't see why Haney can't get a tune-up after going through what he went through. And same with even Shakur. You know, Shakur, he had a bad performance. He won against Edwin De Los Santos. He came back and fought Artem Harutyunyan. No one complained. You know, we just saw Naoya Inoue fight TJ Doheny. That wasn't a good fight, but no one complained. So I think Devin Haney just needs to get a decent fight, but I don't think he has to get a big fight in his bounce back. But later on in the year, yeah, I agree. Who you think Shakur can lose to? I think he only loses to Tank at 135, Jose. I think if anybody beats Shakur, it's Tank. And if anybody beats Tank, I think it's Shakur. In my opinion, those are the top two dogs at 135. I could see a path of victory for either one of them. Like I said, I think Tank wins, but I could see a path of victory for Shakur. Definitely. I think they're top. Like I said, to me, the best fight to be made in boxing was Beterbiev and Bivol, and now we're about to get a rematch. The second best fight to be made in boxing is Canelo and David Benavidez, which I'm losing faith in that fight happening, but I'm hoping it happens. I still think it happens. And then, to me, the third biggest fight in boxing to be made is Shakur and Tank, and I think Tank wins. And I think Canelo beats Benavidez. I think Canelo beats Benavidez. I think Tank beats Shakur, and I thought Bivol beat Beterbiev by a scorecard of 115, 113, or 7 rounds to 5. But I'm not mad at it, though. It was a close fight that could have went either way. I'm not mad at the official ruling being in favor of Beterbiev, and I'm not mad at anybody who had Beterbiev winning. I thought it was a close fight. I thought that was a great fight, and it exceeded my expectations. That was a fantastic fight. I personally had Bivol winning, edging it out, but I don't think it was a robbery. Like, the people that's calling it a robbery, you're silly, in my personal opinion. So I think robbery is overused, man. That fight could have went either way. That was a great fight. He said, me personally, Haney's already proven it. He's the youngest male in dispute. I agree with that, Oscar. Who will y'all say are some of the best prospects from the top rank at the moment? Top rank, I'll have to say Abdullah and Emiliano and Xander. If you want me to pick one out of those three, that's tough. Well, are we calling Keyshawn a prospect? Because Keyshawn's up there too. But we're not calling him a prospect, right? If we are, then I don't know. I know his number of fights are low, but I don't think he's really considered a prospect anymore. But if he is, then I'll have to put him up there too. But to me, the top prospects from Top Rank right now are Xander, Abdullah, and Emiliano. And I would slightly lean towards Xander and Abdullah over Emiliano right now, just from activity alone. Bivol gonna make the second fight look easy. Ooh, look easy, man. Ooh, man, to say he gonna make it look easy, dropping bombs on him. That's a hell of a proclamation. You gonna make it look easy? I watched the interview today where Bivol said that he has a power to stop Beterbiev. He said he has a power to stop him, man. I don't know now. Keyshawn, a contender, he's about to fight Dennis. That's true. He is about to fight Dennis Berinchyk. But just because you're about to fight a champion, I know on paper, I know what you're saying. On paper, you're right. Yeah, of course, he's a contender. But I'm talking about, like, Schofield is about to fight a champion in Shakur too. Is he a prospect or a contender? I mean, I think he's like a prospect contender. Like he a hybrid. he a hybrid, but I do consider Keyshawn a contender. I agree. I don't consider him a prospect. I've been saying Canelo beats. Talk to him, Jose. I've always said that, man. If they fight, bro, Canelo gonna put that bing, bam, boom on him.
Eso, sí. Ajá. Esto va a mamar el bicho. Esto va a mamar
Now, you came to the right stream, Jose, because Canelo's my favorite fighter, man. Like I said, I remain objective, bro. Canelo and Tank are my two favorite fighters. But I don't think that they're invincible. I think that Benavidez is a great fighter. You know, I like Benavidez. I don't feel compelled to pick between the two. I like Canelo more, and I think Canelo beats him. But David Benavidez is a beast, and I think he deserves a fight. But at the same time, Canelo is a face of boxing, and he's in a position to where he deserves to fight and not fight whoever the hell he wants or doesn't want to fight. But I wish he would fight Benavidez. You know, I mean, that's what happens when you're the man. When Floyd Mayweather used to be the man. When Floyd Mayweather was the man, he could fight or not fight whoever the hell he wanted to, you know, because he was the face of boxing. So, you know, I think that people forget that, man. Boxing is a business, and you earn, whether we like it or not, you get in the positions to where you control your destiny. You know what I'm saying? And that's the position. Canelo has 60 fights. When's the last time we seen somebody with 60 fights? Probably Vladimir Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? So Canelo has been in the game for a long time. He fought everybody from Floyd Mayweather to Sergey Kovalev to Dmitry Bivol to Erislandy Lara to Austin No Doubt Trout to Miguel Cotto to Sugar Shane Mosley to, you know what I'm saying? So I do to Jermell Charlo, which I wish he would have fought Jamal Charlo, but he fought Jermell Charlo. For Caleb Plant, like I said, I want the fight with him and Benavidez. But if you mad at him being the face of boxing and him controlling his own destiny, then I mean you just going to be mad, player. Because everybody wishes they were in the position that Canelo was in their respective field of profession. Whatever their profession is, you wish you had control over your actions like Canelo. That's the American dream, right? Don't we all want to be able to control our own destiny? How can you be mad at somebody who's been fighting since he was freaking 13 and now he's in a position to call the shots? How can you be mad at that? You sound like a hater. Canelo knows how to slow down the fight. Exactly. I think so too. Keyshawn's still a prospect in my book. After the Dennis fight, then he may be considered a contender. Well, you got to call him a champion. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. So if he beats him, the math not math. He beats Dennis. Yeah, facts. Yeah, Ty. Yeah, you tripping, man. You know I be having your back sometimes, but you wilding on that one. I ain't gonna lie, man. So you wilding, bro. Where Oscar at? There you go. Yeah, you sounded like a
You dumbass.
How he gonna be a contender? If he beats Dennis, he's a champion. Literally a champion, bro.
You dumbass.
Shout out to man. Nah, I'm messing with man. That's my guy. I know he could take it, bro. Shout out to my guy, man. So nah, I'm joking. Yo, we got 2-4 in the building. My brother, what's good, brethren? My guy. They jumped off the porch. That prospect talk is out the window now. That's a fact. No, Ty is right. Hey, sometimes you got to be a little cold with it. I agree. Once you jump off that porch, it is what it is. You calling out the big dogs. You Keyshawn Date. Like, I like the fact that he's ambitious. I love the fact that Keyshawn calling out the champions and stuff like that and Floyd Kid Austin Schofield. But once you do that, you're right. I agree. Ain't no coddling. There ain't no coddling and babying, bro. Once you do that, you and the big dog. You with the big dogs now. You know, Floyd Kid Austin Schofield is literally fighting Shakur, who's arguably the best in his division. Like I said, I think he's second best, but he's arguably the best. So, yeah. Nah, you're right about that, Ty. I can't disagree. I'm not Edwin. I never welch on a bet. We could lock it in right now. They the price, and we give him 10% for holding the bread. For who? For who? Oh, you talking to Mansa. Okay. You say, what y'all betting? What y'all betting? Hold on. Mansa said, Ty, shit, $200, but I'm betting in Vegas where I know I will get my winnings. Yeah, I'll hold it. You know me, man. I'll be the middleman. I ain't gonna cheat nobody, bro. I pray before every stream, man. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't gonna cheat nobody, bro. Talk about the Navarrete fight the same way how Norman is a champion, but do really a damn prospect. That's a good point, but I gotta agree with Ty. Even with Brian Norman, man, sir. I will say this though. I have always said that Brian Norman, that was his first 12-round fight. So you're right. That was his first 12-round fight, and I think he only fought 2 10-rounders before fighting Giovanni Santillan. So you're right, but at the same time, you're a champion, bro. Once you're a champion, that I do agree that prospect goes out the window. Now I'm with you on. I think that you could be a prospect still contending for a championship, but once you a champion, nah, you a champion. You know what I'm saying? Like Floyd Kid Austin Schofield, I could see him still be called a prospect that's very ambitious, and if he loses, I think he could still be like that prospect contender level. But nah, once you a belt holder, you him. My only argument with Brian Norman and Jaron was that people were acting like they were so interested in Boots Ennis. I mean Brian Norman and Boots, like they were even knew who Brian Norman was 2 weeks ago. Like you didn't. Like, so stop acting like you're so disappointed in who he fights or does not fight next. Like, stop it, bro. The court open, yes sir. You can pull up, Oscar. Pull up, pull up, pull up. He said, talk about the Navarrete fight. Man, there ain't much to talk about there, Jose. Navarrete, he did what we thought he was. At least that's what we thought he was gonna do. I didn't think that rematch was even justified or necessary. You know, I think that rematch was borderline uncalled for, man. Yeah, he beat the hell out of Oscar Valdez the first time. I feel like my boy Oscar Valdez, who's a warrior, you know what I'm saying? He definitely was cheating though. You know what I'm saying? That was a long time ago, but you know, he's a warrior, and you know he's not gonna turn it down. But I don't even think he should have fought that. Like, shout out to him because you know he wants to prove to himself. You know, that was his first opportunity to avenge a loss, right? He lost to Shakur and Emmanuel Navarrete, but I just felt like that was no Robici and Rafael Espinosa, right? That was a competitive fight of the year candidate, the first one. But that first fight with Valdez and Navarrete was a one-sided victory for Navarrete. So I didn't really understand that, but you know, hey, whatever. But yeah, there's not much to that fight went how he went. I didn't think he was gonna stop him. But yeah, when he knocked out his mouthpiece, that was it. Yo, we got Oscar in the building. We got Ty in the building. What's good, fellas?
Much. I got that 1800 reposado. You know what I'm talking
okay,
about.
okay. You on that Ray Liotta? Rest in peace, Ray Liotta. He's on the commercial, right? 1800, right? That's that.
I'm on my special use tonight.
Oh Lord, we about to get some crazy takes, chat. Oh Lord, here we go. We about to get the crazy takes, chat. No, I'm telling you, bro. No, Bam Rodriguez, bro. Don't talk about Bam Rodriguez, bro. You can't talk about Bam Rodriguez while you're drunk, cause you gonna go crazy on Bam.
Chad, don't even mention him because here in about 5 minutes, I'm about. Yeah, I'll be a whole different guy. You were talking about Navarrete, right? Because who was it, Jose?
Yeah, Jose wanted to talk about Navarrete. Yep.
To me, I don't know about Italian dogs, but to me, it just felt like it picked up where it left off.
Yep.
Especially after he dropped him on the first round.
Yep. Round 13.
Like round 13 and on.
I agree.
That's what it felt like to me. Honestly.
Yep. I feel like that was so unnecessary, man. Shout out to Oscar Valdez. You took unnecessary punishment, man.
God, now that you say that, it's so unnecessary.
So
it was
unnecessary,
like
bro.
the match of rematches, and it was like Espinosa Robici. I'm like, all right, you know, I see that.
Yeah.
Bivol better be happening. All right, I see that. Usyk, Tyson. All right, I see that. Navarrete Valdez. I'm like, why the fuck do I want to see this again?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I agree.
That fight only happened because that's basically the only way we can make Navarrete look good.
I didn't think about that. First bounce back from losing to Baranchik.
Like, yeah, we know what he looks like fighting a dude that's comparable to him in size.
Yep.
Let's put him down here with a 5'4" dude with short arms. See what happens.
Yep. And that's what Jose just said too. Agreed. Yep.
Yeah, to me, but yeah, that fight was so unnecessary, man.
Yeah.
Like on different levels. It's like Valdez had a close eye. That guy couldn't open his eye for like 3-4 days. That's what he said.
Oh, you talking about after the first fight, right? Yeah, facts.
First fight. So it's like it was a one-sided beatdown.
And
Navarrete had a hurt hand.
Yep. I forgot about that. I actually forgot about that part.
He still beat him. So why do I really want to see this fight for?
People just want to see blood, man. People just want to see blood, bro.
You know why? It's what Bob ordered.
WBO, what Bob ordered.
That's right. But now I'm gonna say this: I was impressed to the fact I didn't expect this Navarrete. Honestly, I expected to go in the distance, but this guy just came out swinging. He looked strong. I don't know if it's just Valdez. He looks good again. But he looked so strong. Like every time he touched him, Valdez was hitting him with everything he got, and he wouldn't even move him. Navarrete will hit him with, you know, just one of them awkward hooks.
Yep.
And he'll rock his world.
Yep.
two different levels. I don't know what else to say. It's
Yeah.
just two different levels.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. What's next for well, I think we kind of know what's next for Navarrete. What's next for Valdez, man?
Pro boxer.
That's crazy.
Nah,
That's
I don't
crazy.
see Bob doing him like that.
Nah, bro. Nah, you disrespectful, bro. Yeah. Put the drink down, man. Nah, you disrespectful, bro. You disrespectful.
I'm on that special.
That was so disrespectful.
Bob don't ever do his guys like that.
Bro, Ty, he said pro box, bro. That is crazy. You gonna put Valdez from a championship fight to pro box? Nah, bro. Nah, you disrespectful, bro. Nah, bro.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Yo,
Come on, man.
Keeping it G, if that was Shoo,
Oh, Shushu pro box
Pro
bound.
box.
Oh, that's a fact.
Send his ass right there. But
That's a
Oscar,
fact. Shushu better not look like that against nobody. And if it is, it better be against anyway. If he get mollywopped by anybody, oh yeah.
I mean, he already getting sized up.
They gonna shoo. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Shoo don't bother me.
They-
Shoo.
He about to force Espinoza up because guess who's in play for his belt?
In a way.
Shoo versus a random guy.
Oh yeah. You tell if Espinosa move up. Yep.
First thing they did was put a camera in his face and say, "Hey, make sure you mention you moving up."
Yeah, I don't like that, man. Cause I really feel like I'm getting the impression that they're pushing my boy up, man, forcing him up, man. Espinosa, man, that's some bullshit, man.
They don't want that pressure on you know who.
On Inoue, right? That's what I feel like, bro. I feel like if Inoue moves up, that's clearly the most difficult fight for Inoue. Oh, I mean, shoot. To be fair, Espinosa's the most difficult fight for anybody at 126. But you know what I'm saying? He's definitely the most difficult matchup for Inoue. So yeah, I think they're pushing him up there, man. I really would have liked to see him at least unify before moving.
Oh, so you heard the broadcast with the sound on?
Nah, what'd he say? What'd they say?
The first thing, you know how they try to lead you in certain ways with questions right off the bat. So I was informed you're moving up to 130, huh?
Oh no.
That like I seen that and that pissed me off just because like he can still make weight. He's the best in the division. He's not even unified. If he was to unify then go up, I'd be cool. Just like you always say, dog.
Right.
Prove you're the best in your division,
Right.
then go up.
Right.
Espinosa, we see he's the best,
Right.
but yet he still don't got the accolades.
Right.
And just because they're trying to push him up because they don't want to put that pressure on, if he moves
Right.
up,
Right.
and they want to give him a layup because Shushu is
Right.
nothing like Espinosa.
Right.
Nothing. You go from the hardest fight to probably one of your easiest.
Facts. And I want to be clear, we honest in this stream, man. We're not bashing nobody. We're not bashing any prospects, any contenders, any champions, but we got to be honest, man. And Shushu has not demonstrated anything to hang with anybody that are champions at 126, or especially not a guy that's top 3 pound for pound, 1, 2, or 3. And now you're in a way, like, come on now. He just does. He just does it, man. And Espinosa, I think Espinosa clapped Shushu. I think I'm not gonna lie. If he fights any of the champions, I'm leaning towards the champions. The only one I'd maybe say 50-50 is Nick Ball. But even Nick Ball, I feel like Nick Ball may rough him up, bro.
Nick Ball definitely roughs him up.
You feel me?
He's gonna get a malnutrition Shushu.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's facts. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's fact. And it's crazy because the guy that needs to go up, they're holding him there just so he be in his layup. Espinosa that has no reason to go up because he did say he still can make weight. That's what he said. That's what he said in the interview too.
Yep,
He's still
that's
hanging
right
around
in
here.
there.
Yeah, so it's like that guy still can make weight healthy and he can still put out performances like this. Bro, keep him there.
Exactly.
Keep him there. Like, why are you trying to push him up?
I ain't gonna lie, Oscar. I will say this though. I do not want him to move up. But gosh dang it, Espinosa and Navarrete, hey, that sounds like a fire fight. I ain't gonna lie. That's a good fight, bro. That's a good fight. Like
Great fight.
That's a great fight, but I
That's
don't
a
want
great
to see
fight.
it. Yeah, I want to see it when, like you said, if he can't make weight, but he's 6'1", and he's making weight fine, just like Fundora, 6'4" or 6'5", excuse me, 6'5 and a half, 6'6". He's making weight fine, bro. Come on now, they move. They do weight. They do divisions by weight, not height. Yo, we got YD in the building. Jesus Christ, love y'all, man. Amen, bro. Love to you too, brother. Peace be with you. Shout out to YD in the building. Jesus Christ, love you as
Espinosa
well.
goes up, and he packs up Navarrete. Oh, 130 on check, man.
Oh, it's a wrap, bro.
I ain't trying to sound all absolute, but it ain't no if. He will.
Oh.
130 is interesting too. Now, like you got Anthony Kakasi. Who else? Lamont Roach, Emmanuel Navarrete, Oshiki Foster. Then we got Ray Ford still at the contender. Those are the champions. And you got Ray Ford as a contender. Espinosa if he moves up. Valdez if he stays around 130. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. But hey, man, that's a pretty
Yeah.
Like I said, I still hope Espinosa stays at 126 though, because like I said, I really think he can at least unify.
Oh, for sure, man. Nick Ball Espinosa, that's a wrap. That's not even a question.
Oh yeah. You saw how he dealt with the 2-inch shorter, less powerful Ray Vargas. He lucky to get a draw in that fight. You know, Ray Vargas doesn't hit as hard or as often as Espinosa.
Espinosa, even when he's hurt, he got Bambi legs and he's still swinging.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right. Very crazy. Yeah. So shout out to Espinosa, man. Hopefully we get to see. I mean, whatever he wants to do, man. But like I said, I just don't have I have a feeling. It doesn't seem like he's the one that's in control of where they're leading him. Navarrete versus Foster would be a banger. I'm not gonna lie. I think that'd be a great fight too. But I would lean towards Navarrete, and just me personally, just because Navarrete, Foster's not active enough, man. He doesn't. I don't know if he lets his hands go enough in order to deter Navarrete from that relentless pressure that he will apply. Now, I mean, he could outbox him. Of course, he's clearly he would clearly be the better boxer in that outfit, but that pressure sometimes. I mean, look, I feel like it'll go like Frank Sanchez and Ajit Caballel, in a similar fashion, not exactly, but you know, Frank Sanchez was getting off at the beginning, you know, but that pressure eventually weighs you down, man. You know, wears on you, you know, and it's a lot, not just physical pressure, but mental pressure as well. So I think that I think we'll go in a very similar fashion to Ajit Caballel and Frank Sanchez. Frank Sanchez, Shock playing the role of Frank Sanchez and Navarrete playing the role of Caballel.
Oh, Shock and Navarrete?
Yeah.
Yeah, he not winning that on no top rate card. And to be honest, his style, just like you said, it's not going to be enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we seen it against Robson. That's a common opponent. Back-to-back fighter.
Yeah.
It's like Navarrete at least got it to a draw. Now I'm saying at least that fight was good. It's just like Robson was doing the boxing, Navarrete was doing the fighting, and that was a clear draw. You see Oshaki against Robson. I thought Oshaki won the first one, 11-1.
Yeah, I thought he
maybe
smacked.
11.
Yeah.
Maybe 10-2.
Yeah, I thought he
but
lost.
It's just the styles make fights, man. I feel Navarrete stylistically he's got the upper hand.
Yeah. Yep. Right. You agree. Appreciate it, YD. Date Ray says the fight if both Espinosa and Figueroa both move to 130. I mean, shoot, that's what I'm hoping Espinosa stays. You know, I mean, obviously Figueroa has to beat Fulton in their rematch at 126, but that's what I'm saying. That fight happened at 126. You know, that's all.
Yeah,
that's
and
all
they're both champions.
Right, and they're both exactly. So I don't even get why they. You know, I mean, like I said, well, we get it, we discussed it, but I wish Espinosa would just stay at 126, man. It'll be a 6-foot match off sleep. That's another fight too, boy. That gosh dang Fulton and Figueroa, I think that's gonna be a good fight too now.
I don't know why, but I'm kind of leaning towards Figueroa. Although I'm not gonna watch that fight to score it, I'm just trying to enjoy that fight.
Yeah, no, I'm leaning towards Figueroa too. And it's crazy because like we already discussed, Fulton won the first fight at 122, but I just feel like Figueroa is gonna handle that weight increase a little better. And I know that was his first fight at 126. Him being Fulton, his last fight, but I just when Castro touched him, man, I don't know, man. I just feel like Figueroa's pressure. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Castro's worst mistake was the fact that when he had him hurt, he could have kept going, or at least go to.
Right.
He had it right there.
He just stopped.
Right there.
Like, what was he? Oh, like maybe we're under. Maybe Fulton was tagging him. You know, maybe he had more pop than it looked like. I don't know, but it's like he dropped him, and then he just coasted. Like, oh, what was he doing?
Chime in for you guys.
What you say, Ty?
I said I gotta chime in.
Yeah.
When he finally started putting that jab out there, he got him up off his ass.
Talking about Fulton got Castro up off him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But go look. I don't remember what round he dropped him in, bro. I promise you, like he just stopped. I don't know.
What I was gonna say. That was after he dropped him, like after Fulton recovered, you know.
Right.
But I'm just more talking about the fact when he got him hurt. And he didn't go after him. He just kind of was going.
He's just like coasted. I don't know what that was.
He tried jumping in. Like after the ref separated him, let him gather himself. He tried jumping in for a stoppage and came into a jab.
Maybe I got to watch it again. That's not how I remember it, man. I'll go check it again. I'll try to see if I can find it tonight.
You talking about after Castro dropped him, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fulton got up on that bike and jabbed away.
Yeah, I believe you. I just got to go watch it. I don't remember it like that. I feel like Castro was just like real hesitant to even. But you saying he jumped in, I don't even remember that. But yeah, I'll go watch it again. Maybe I could be. My recollection could be off. Sure, I'll be watching a lot of stuff, so I could be wrong. But I don't remember it like that.
He was kind of mad with the ref for the distance he brought between them.
Okay. So now,
then again,
oh, my bad. No, go ahead.
When he separate them guys, they do give him some space, but he ain't have to be centered like that.
Right. Yeah, I have to go watch it again, man. I don't mind watching that fight. That was an interesting fight, so I don't mind watching that again. Now we know that Valdez is gonna be on Pro Box, according to Oscar. What's next for Navarrete, man? Y'all think he gonna unify, or? Cause he said he wants to unify, and he said he also wants to try 135 again. I was surprised. I did hear that part in the post fight.
He needs to. He's big as hell.
I don't know, man. He might need to stay away from 135, man. I think you hit that right on the head when you're like, we see him, what he looks like when he fights guys of comparable size. I don't know if he wants to go back. I don't know, man.
No, I'm not doing that, Doc.
Okay.
Hey, look away. we fine saying this about other people.
That's true. You're right about that.
Especially when you actually fit the body metrics for the next weight class and you won't fight there. You got a taste of it, and then you was like, nah, I'm going back down there and punch on these little niggas.
Yeah.
And, of course, your first fight back down there, it looked like you was beating on a kid.
That's crazy.
No, I'm not going that one.
What you mean? You put him on Pro Box. What, you just as bad? What you mean?
He's saying he got demoted to Pro Box.
Right.
He was a kid.
Right. Y'all both saying the same thing, man. Y'all both disrespectful to Valdez, man. Y'all wildin', man.
But Pro Box got same size guys, old legends, coming up guys.
True.
No, but on that right there, him saying that the only reason he performed like that, it was because, his hand was hurt.
Uh-huh.
I think he needs to try 135 once again. Maybe not a title shot.
I'm not believing that.
Yeah, I mean, both y'all right. Yeah, I mean, y'all probably right, man. I mean, like I said, I think Navarrete's an exciting fighter regardless how it goes, so... Yeah, I'm cool with it. Let me hit this chat real quick. YD says Navarrete versus Foster is the easiest fight to make happen. Same side. Yeah, I mean, Shakur and Lomachenko was the easiest fight to make happen. We see what happened. It didn't happen. Shakur and Muratalla, Shakur and Teofimo, none of those fights happened. So it depends on what Bob wants to do in Top Rank. But yeah, in theory, that is the easiest fight to make happen. But we'll see if that actually does.
I don't see the matchmakers doing that because of Foster's style. Why do you think he didn't make Conceição before he was even a champion?
Right. Ooh, that's another fight they could revisit too. I remember they had a draw, Conceição and Navarrete. Remember the last fight was a draw.
That's because he fought somebody that was in comparable size. How tall is Conceição?
I don't know. I know he's tall. I don't know. Actually.
How much does he weigh outside of fight camps?
Yeah, he's definitely not small though, for sure.
Conceição's not small at all.
Nope. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
That's the reason why I said El Divino is going to start him just off of comp of size.
True. True. He said when Espinosa goes up, he can move up. Yeah. Espinosa go to 130, Navarrete go to 135. I'm asleep.
Yeah, he definitely don't want somebody that punching with him.
Yeah, nah, you're right about that, Ty. I mean, that's a good point. Those are good points.
I think nobody at 130 is wishing Espinosa goes up.
Nah.
And if he does go up, he don't want any, nobody wants to be his first fight at 130.
Nah, I agree with that. I think Espinosa's hard to deal with. Switching gears, man. What y'all think about what's next for Hitchens, man? He has some options.
I just hope he don't join the list of the 140 guys that as soon as they make that defense, it's just they lose the title, man.
Yeah.
Look at Rollies.
Rollies.
You dumbass. I mean, look at Rolly.
Yeah.
Look at Pitbull. Look
Yeah.
at Paro.
Paro,
Look at,
yeah.
who had it before Paro?
Super Matias.
Bro, he's just changing on the daily.
Matias got a couple defenses in.
Yeah, he did. He got a couple.
But like even then, just look at the list of fighters at 140, like the champions. How many champions they had this year?
Bro,
it's like unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
It is. It is. Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that I hope he gets to unification. I like the fact that he called out TEO.
I don't think that fight happened.
Nah, I don't think that fight. Nah, I don't think it's gonna happen either. But I would, I like everybody he called out, man. He called out TEO. I think that's a good fight. He called out Haney. If Haney comes back, I think that's a good fight. Someone mentioned Cambosos and to him, and he said, yeah, and then him and Cambo started going back and forth on Twitter. I think that's a good fight. I'd be reminiscent of Haney and Cambosos. So yeah, I think he has some options, man. I like it, man. I think yeah, like you said, I think he will have a successful defense. Depending on who he's fighting, obviously. But yeah, I hope he has a successful defense, man. Because him being Parle, that was a good victory, man. That was a good victory. Shout out to Liam Parle too. I think he can bounce back as well.
I think the turnover at 140 is a testament to the comp at that weight class.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody's fighting real comp except for one dude.
Yep.
You know who it is.
Yep.
And that's the thing about 140. Like, you can tell who's fighting real opposition, or not even real opposition, who's really getting in there in them fights, like fighting contenders. It's like the ones that are losing the titles. You look at TEO's, and I said this to you, Doc. It was like TEO, yes, he's been the longest reigning champion.
Yep.
But opposition-wise, it leaves something to be desired. It just does.
Oh yeah,
It's
for sure.
Plaggett.
For sure. Steve
Plaggett
Plaggett, bro.
looked competitive against TEO. Steve Plaggett.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. It needs something to be desired.
Jermaine Ortiz. That was the only robbery we were cool with.
And that fight was shitty. Yep.
That fight was awesome.
Super shitty. Yep.
Now you look at Parra, and I said this about Parra. Parra would have beat Hitchens, which he didn't, and we don't believe in this on this channel.
Right.
But he would have been in the same category as Teal, just because he's fighting real contenders.
At 140, I agree. That would have been a hell of a run. Montana Love, Subra Matias, the boogeyman in his backyard, then Richard Hitchens. Yeah, I agree. That'd have been a hell of a run. That'd have been almost Dubois-esque.
No, I think you want now. You want.
Bro.
Come on now. No. Let's.
He said I'm wilding, bro. That's not impressive, bro. Come on, man.
Impressive. It's just.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. He said I'm wilding now. Maybe I'm wilding. He said, oh, go ahead.
No, like I think like a Dubois run at 140, it'd be like, you know, let's say fuck it. Let's say a Pitbull.
Okay.
Andy Hiroka.
Okay.
And then a champion, whichever champion you like.
Okay.
But nah. I think it's impressive. It's not Dubois level though.
Okay. I'm with you, bro. You know, I mean, super. I mean, you know, I don't know, man, cause yeah, I mean, I'm with you. Maybe I'm giving you too much love cause I will say Montana Love wasn't known like that, but to me, Montana Love is he not interchangeable with like a Big Baby Miller? And then Subra Matias being the champion, is that not? It's not AJ in popularity, but man was considered a boogeyman, man. You know, we did pick Liam Paro over Subra Matias, though. You know, this channel did, but he's still in the circumstances. He's considered a boogeyman. He went to Puerto Rico. He went to his hometown. Oh man, that's tough, man. And then if you were to beat Richard Hitchens, who was a mandatory #1, I don't know, bruh. That's a hell of a run, man.
What do you think, Ty?
That would have been a hell of a run, man.
Hold up, I was typing something.
That's crazy. Salad.
Run it by me again.
Nah, hell nah. Let me hit this chat. No, you good, Ty. No, you good, bro. You good. Do your thing.
Nah, I'm trying to go band for band in the chat.
No, I'm asleep. No, so we were asking. I said Oscar said that Liam Paro would have had a hell of a run hypothetically if he would have beat Richard Hitchens. You know, his last few fights. And I said yeah, and I doubled down and I said that it would have been almost like Dubois. Hey, yo, I ain't never had that color before. Shout out to my boy Ty, man, going band for band with Smoochie. That's why I said I thought you were asleep, because Smoochie was dropping. Yo, shout out to my boy Ty, man, dropping that red graffiti on the chat walls, man. We ain't never had that color before, man. That's the biggest, I think so. That's the biggest single super chat in Boxing Talk family history, man. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate that, my brother, man. Dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate that, man.
You know, that's actually the second 50 piece in the chat.
That is?
From you.
Yeah, from you. Okay, bet. Yeah, yep. That's a fact. Yep. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, that's a fact. Yep, I remember that. That was real early on, man. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to my boy coming through like a.
Before folks came in.
Yep, that's a fact, man. I like. Yeah, it is pink. Yep. That pink, man. Pretty pink, baby blue. Shout out to my boy, man. Dropping that, you know what I'm saying? Coming through like a boss.
Nah, we're Mansour.
Oh, Mr. Band for Band challenge is still up. Let me read that. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Big 50 piece. That's the second 50 piece. That's yeah. So he has the two biggest donations, single donations in Boxing Talk history, man. DBT. Dr. Boxing Talk history, man. Shout out to him. Band for band. Challenge is still up. And Mansa Musa Duckabee over the Archer versus Dimitri. But yeah, facts. Because I definitely told you I'd have held it. You know what I'm saying? It would have been safe for me.
I mean, I got 200 in the sock, 200 in the cash app. I might put another 200 in the chat. What we talking about, Mansa?
What's up, Mansa? He calling you out, bro. He said your money looking funny.
You saying B-Vol gonna start my boy Archer? I'm saying nah.
Yeah, I don't know
what he
about
going
that.
on his pockets?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, he did say it today. He said he had the power to do it in the interview I was watching, but I don't know. I mean, hey, you never know, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate you though, Ty, man. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you, brother. Shout out to you. I think Clone hit me with one. Yes, sir.
You know, Smoochie was in the Discord earlier.
What she said? Talking shit?
No, she was like in the Discord.
Nah. You do realize me and Smoochie was back there the whole time you was live.
No way. like in the chat, like in the voice chat.
Yeah. That's why I said when you bet her, and I said, "Yo, I'll front her."
That's crazy. That's crazy. And Smoochie ain't say nothing. Wow.
We're sitting here putting that parlay together.
I did not know that, man. That's crazy, Smoochie. That's wild.
Coming soon.
Hey, said closer to fight, we will talk. Okay, he said, I respect it. He said close to the fight, you know what I'm saying? I respect it. When's the fight again? February 22nd? Yeah. Okay.
Closer to the fight?
Yeah.
Nah, put your deposit in. You spoke already.
He said, I'm not going. Let me hit Jose's comment. Jose said that he should have called out Super Matias. I disagree with that. I talked about it in the video today, or yesterday, sorry. Once again, man, shout out to Ty, man. That's big love, man. I appreciate it, brother. Like I said, I be getting a lot of love, man, for compared to the size of the channel. I mean, relative to the size of the channel, man. So shout out to everybody who supports, from Clone, Oscar. Y'all know who y'all. I ain't gonna name everybody. You know what I'm saying? Smoochie, Clone, Smoochie. Big shout out to Ty, man. He has a record. Shout out to him. Karma, you know, everybody. Ryan.
I'm tired of
Say again?
Wait, fight. Who are you talking about? Bivol gets knocked out. They can fight.
Archer.
Oh. Nah, I'm not going on that one.
Yeah, he said Bivol knocks out Archer. Jose says Bivol gets knocked out. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I could see that one before I see Bivol not get Perturbian out. You know.
Oh, no.
But
Archer with the knockout. I mean, I'll take a side per leg. We can be on the low side. $5.
$5. He said $5. $5. $5 ain't bad. Ain't breaking no bank. Come on, man. So come on, man. You got money, man. You flying in ladies on the WhatsApp. You got $5. But let me address Jose real quick. Jose, like in my personal opinion, no disrespect to Super Matias, I do think he could bounce back. But you know, he's ranked number 5 in the IBF. He's ranked behind Arnold Barbosa's number 4, Jack Catterall number 3, and you know, they will be fighting. Well, according to what they're saying, you know, it's not finalized yet. But Barbosa and Jack Catterall are supposed to be fighting for an eliminator for the WBO belt, which is Teofimo's. But even with that, still, no disrespect to Super Matias, but Super Matias, whose last fight was it Ramirez? I think I can't remember his first name. It was Ramirez, and that's a decent fight, but it's nobody that put you in title contention. You know what I'm saying? Richardson Hitchens. He just became a title holder. He's looking for unifications or big names, and I don't think that while if he wanted to do it, yeah, of course, you voluntary defense, yeah, but I don't think that he's in a position to get a title shot right now. You know what I'm saying? Especially not to make it seem like the current title holder is obligated to fight him. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at the fight. I wouldn't be mad at it, but I don't think it's something that Hitchens should. If I was Hitchens, I wouldn't look at that fight for what.
As far as voluntaries go, I know something that could help him in the meantime.
Mm-hmm. Him being Matias? Right.
Like Matias fighting a Hitchens.
Yeah.
You seen the news about him being on Edgar's undercard that's going to be in Puerto Rico, right?
Yep.
That's matching card.
Yep.
Did you see the news about Subriel possibly splitting with Rush Promotions?
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
With Juan Arango out the way, now Eddie can actually move Subriel the way he wanted to.
See, I didn't see that news.
The reason why they cut ties is because dude was just declining fights. It wasn't Subriel. It was just promoter doing that.
Okay. So I'm saying, like, who should Subriel fight to? I mean, I think one more win gets him in the mix. You know, it depends on who it is. Like,
Eddie going to finesse the numbers.
True.
If he locks in with him, he going to put him in position.
I mean, the one.
And that's the.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
It's easy for him to facilitate the fight between him and Hitchens. You can just sit there and say, "Hey, look, you got a voluntary that's open right now.
Yeah.
Got him on the table. What's a better option right now?"
Yeah, and 1 and 2 is vacant in the IBF right now.
Yeah.
Yep. See how he stuck Conor Ben up in some rankings.
Yep. Exactly. That Conor Ben is wild. Jose says Super Batiz is still with Ivan Narango. He split with Matchroom. Yeah, we know that, but he's saying is a recent development that's what Ty is reporting on. Yeah, we know that he split with Matchroom after the Liam Paul joint, but he's saying that Arango stepped away. You're saying, or he stepped away from him?
Oh, after the Berlanga card, he'll be able to buy himself out of his contract.
Oh, after. Okay. After that. Okay.
Because I think he has one more fight that he owes him.
Okay.
But he has a buyout option.
Okay.
And
yeah.
he gonna push that.
Yeah, I'm not too hip on his contract. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, what y'all think about? He's in fresh production. Okay, what do you think about Right, you think Edgar Berlanga is still fighting Gabriel Rosado? I don't think so. I haven't really heard nothing much about that ever since Gabe had that poor performance on the exhibition. But I mean, I still think it makes sense since he's gonna fight a homecoming match. I don't think he's gonna fight anybody crazy.
You know what I've seen lately? I think it's gonna be Munguia.
Nah, hell no. Come on,
Not in Puerto
Oscar.
Rico. I'm
Oh,
talking
okay.
about, like,
Yeah.
after...
Oh, after that, yeah. But I'm talking about in Puerto Rico. Yeah, you know he ain't fighting no Munguia in Puerto Rico. Munguia gonna put that man to sleep in Puerto Rico, boy. You better stop playing. Stop it, bro. Yeah. After I've heard him talk about Munguia, Caleb Plant. I saw an interview with Jaime Munguia. I can't remember what channel it was on. I remember it was Fight Hype. I think it was Fight Hype. And Munguia was like, it's ridiculous how he's celebrating his loss to Canelo.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it? You saw it too? Yeah, they were translating. He had a translator there. Nah, you good, Jose. I know what you meant. After I read it, I figured what you meant. Mm-hmm. Hey, let me go use the bathroom real quick, man. Y'all hold it down for me, please. I'll be right back.
Ooh. Let's see.
Smoochie, you still in the chat? She need to check her DM real quick. I just bought me some more oils.
Some more what?
Some oils.
Okay. Like, now you know what? I'm not even gonna ask.
It's not a no diddy, bro. I mean, Eddie Hearn out here acting different. My boy ate 2 cheesesteaks, had 1 drink out of Fat Tuesdays, and now he think he a Philly ninja.
Yeah.
You see how he was talking in the press conference? He was in there talking his shit.
I ain't lie, I thought it was kind of funny. I was like, what is he doing?
He said, nah, if he really was the guy, he'd have won that. Facts. I was like, hold up, Eddie. He out here wearing Nike Tech. He had on a tracksuit. He acting real different for Sky. Then you seen his lineup. My bro, he had the beard oil on, you know what I mean? He had the lineup. Well, he went to the Dominicans. He got a whole new boy. You know he messing with a new bro.
Yeah, no. He was like, oh, what is this stuff?
First it was the no diddy. Now he yelling facts after everything. Don't let him hang out with the Eggers.
Oh, no. He don't want that.
Yo, if I see Eddie Hearn pop out with the Edgar cut, with the gas station tee on, and he said he looking for the tortas, you know what time it is.
Nah, yeah. Like, I want a Cubano. I'm like, you want a what?
Hey, yo.
Whoa, chill out, Eddie. You was only out here for 2 days.
Stick Talk Richie in the building. What's good, brethren? Nah, man, I did see an interview too that I liked. I think it was with I think this was Fight Hype for sure. He was like he was talking about, he was kind of going in on Jalil Hackett and what's his other fighter, that younger fighter too, that fought and he lost to Castro. I can't remember his name right now. Anyway, he was kind of going in. He was like, hey man, you know, people say that I don't put my fighters in good fights. He said, man, no, man, I put them in good fights. Or he said, I don't know how to carry the career of a young fighter. He's like, no, I put him in good fights, man. You got to win, and I got to know that you're worth it. If I'm investing all this money, he was kind of just, I like what he was saying, you know.
Yeah, Doc, you gotta put the swag on it the way he said it.
How you said it, bro?
He said, nah, I had these guys fighting real dudes like him. Facts.
He did say facts on it too. He did say. I was like, look at Eddie. Look at Eddie talking about facts.
You see how he put the bass on his voice?
He did.
Like, nah,
He did, bro. I was like, okay, that's that must be that Philly get you know what I'm saying, rubbing off on him, man.
He got him some Muslim oil.
You see him,
2 cheesesteaks,
right?
A drink from Fat Tuesdays.
I'm telling you, Fat Tuesdays, bro. That's funny. When I went to Miami, I had one. I think last time I had a Fat Tuesdays was in Vegas, man. So it's been years. I went to Miami the other day over Thanksgiving break with my family, and I had a Fat Tuesday. Wet Willie. He said, "My bad, no Diddy." Obviously, it's Boots versus TEO. Is it a cherry pick? I guess you're saying cherry pick for Boots. If it happens, nah, I don't think it's a cherry pick. I think people will complain and say that, you know, how you gonna fight TEO if you didn't fight Virgil, even though they said it would be at 147. But most importantly, I don't think the fight happens. But no, I don't think it's a cherry pick because I don't see him. He's not pushing for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you can cherry pick somebody that. I mean, I guess you can cherry pick somebody that called you out, but I wouldn't consider that a cherry pick. I'm not saying it's a great matchup either. But I mean, it's a money fight that I would be interested in that fight.
I definitely want to see that.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd be interested in it.
It was kind of odd that Bob Arum moving shaky like that.
Man, that shit ain't happening, bro. He just realized that TEO is on to something by staying relevant, and this is he trying to help him out. I think.
It's funny. You know, I got on the phone this some investigative collusion. I got a hold of a fighter's brother. Can't say his name. And he told me, allegedly, as of 3 p.m. today, Eddie Hearn allegedly said he got nothing from Top Rank in regards to anything as far as a co-promotion fight with any of the fighters that they were trying to work with.
Come on, man. Man, you know what time it is, man. That junk ain't happening. He said, yeah, come on. That's no surprise, bro. Appreciate you dropping that hot news on the boxing, on Dr. Boxing Talk, but we already know that, man. We knew that, but I appreciate you confirming it. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Mind you, that's not the only fight that's supposed to be made between them.
Between Top Rank and Matchroom?
Yeah.
Which one? Oh, Bivol Beterbiev? Or are you talking about something else? Oh, okay, yeah, facts. Teofimo shows up the big.
From Top Rank?
What'd you say, Oscar?
Tyson Fury?
Nah, Tyson Fury's with Queensberry, Frank Warren. He said Teofimo shows up the big fights. Man, Jose, man, that's old news, man. Stop it, man. That narrative's over with, man.
Yeah, he shows up there, but he ain't ever big. He's not gonna be involved in one.
Right. Because what he showed, what that was for, in reference to what Josh Taylor and Loma, man, that's too long ago, man. Teofimo got he doing more talking and phantom call outs than anything, man. He gotta do better, bro. Like I said, I believe it when I see it, man. I haven't been impressed with any of his fights for a while. So he said yeah, I think it's too small for Boots as well. But that's what he claims he wants. So yeah, facts. Right. I mean, that's what he wants. Hey. I mean,
you heard what Theo said.
What he said? Talk to him.
He said he want blood drip.
Yep.
Crawford.
Yep.
He said he want duck boots. the Polo Ralph Lauren's.
Yeah.
What else?
And he said he want outdoor fighting.
Yeah.
Facts. I like that, Jose. I like that he's hot and cold. I'm with you on that one. I can't give him that show up the big fights no more, man. I can't give him that. But yeah, I give you hot and cold. I give you that. But at the same time, even still, it's like, I think just Styles, I think we have to give credit to his opponents, you know what I'm saying, for not letting him do what he wants to do. I feel like what Teofimo issue is that he's not too competent. He's not the brightest crayon in the box, and neither is his training team, you know what I'm saying? So I think that, to me, my assessment on Teo Jose has been for this way for a long time. Teo doesn't go in with a game plan. He just relies on his raw talent, which is there. He's usually faster than most. He's usually stronger than most, has better reflexes, especially twitch muscles than most, and he's more athletic than most of the people that he engages in a fight with. And I think he relies on that more than anything. And if it works like it works against Lomachenko, he's going to look great. If it works like it worked against Josh Taylor, he's going to look great. But he's going to run into somebody like Kambosos, who told you, if you come in there recklessly, I'm going to put you on your back pockets. That's what happened. He's not going to look good. Same with Jermaine Ortiz, somebody who wants to expose Teofimo for not having footwork or good fundamentals or not using things like a jab. Then you're going to get exposed. As bad as I think Jermaine Ortiz looked for himself, because he wasn't engaging, he still showed that Teo doesn't know how to use a jab or cut off the ring effectively. So I think that even more than him being hot and cold, I think it's more that his opponents just not letting him do what he wants to do.
Who Teo look like?
Who's that?
Ray Ford.
Say that. Who? It kind of skipped out.
Raymond Ford.
Ray Ford.
Also.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I said he can't cut off the ring. That's not the only reason. But Teo looks worse in the fact that this man fought Loma. This man was supposed to be the takeover.
Yep.
He's supposed to be a star, and he still can't do some simple things. Like, you cannot fight without a jab. I'm sorry.
I can agree with that, Oscar. They both can't cut off the rings for two different reasons. One of them is lack of IQ, and one of them is not listening.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was about to say that. I was about to say that I agree with Oscar about the cutoff ring in regards to Ray Ford, because I think Ray Ford should have got that his last opponent out of there, man. If he would have cut off the ring, he would have got it. And I think, yeah, Ty, like Ty say, Ray's not listening, but Teo, he's just not smart.
This is just pure immaturity.
Right.
Yeah.
Trying to celebrate and doing all that other stuff, that's gonna get you beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm done with the Teo talk of if he comes in dancing, then he's gonna put on a performance.
Right.
But if he comes in serious, he's gonna have his thinker. No.
Right.
I don't buy into that. Because in order for him to, be the big performance guy, you gotta be willing to get in there with those guys.
Right.
He's not going into that.
Right. You say, I forgot Sandor Martin. No, Sandor Martin's a good example too. Like, you can argue that Sandor Martin beat him, right? Sandor Martin, to be fair too, Sandor Martin, I think, gives anybody trouble at 140. Sandor Martin's a good fighter. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but, Sandor Martin,
Not other pure boxers, though.
That's a good point too. That's a good point too. Now, other pure boxers, that's a good point. Instead of fighting Gabriel and going up, he pulls a tank and makes Teo move up to fight him. Cherry pick, in my opinion. Instead of fighting Virgil and going up, he pulls a tank and makes Teo. Well, nah, I disagree with that, Richie, because once again, I could understand that with Boots and Virgil, but he didn't call out Teo. I want to be very clear on that, and neither has Eddie Hearn. This is all Teo and Bob Arum. Yeah. So this is not anything about they agreed with anything or they're talking or they're going back and forth. No, this is all top ranked Bob Arum and Teofimo. So I disagree with that. I can't blame a man for somebody calling them out and then them potentially entertaining it if you're saying if that man that's calling you out is a big name and he's saying I'll come to you. Shit, well, all right, bet. Come on. Bring your ass.
Even with the Jaron and Virgil thing, it's not like one dude called out the other.
Right.
It was more so
Big Turk. Exactly.
Fight, and both guys were asked about the other.
Right. That was like a more mutual thing, I think, and even if it originated from a neutral source, if you will, in Big Turk. But yeah, it was more of a mutual thing than Teofimo is just calling. I mean, Teofimo's been calling out Terrence Crawford, you know what I'm saying? Calling out Gervonta Tank Davis, calling out Brian Norman Jr., calling out Ryan Garcia, calling out now Jaron Boots Ennis. So he's been calling out everybody that is either out of his weight class or inactive.
No,
I got a question for both of y'all.
Yes, sir.
After rewatching that card with Valdez, it reminded me about something.
What's that?
I know with TEO, people give him credit for certain things that really don't apply as far as his boxing IQ.
Okay.
Which never translated in the ring.
Right.
Seeing, you know what? I just forget the trainer name. Seeing Valdez in there, he had a good game plan. He just wasn't able to execute. What happens when Eddie Reynoso is in that corner with Theo, trying to give him the master class, and he doesn't execute? What if it doesn't translate?
Well, it depends on who he in the ring with. He gonna he gonna get clapped. Yeah, I mean that's a good point. Yeah, I mean we already know Eddie Reynoso's a good trainer, but everybody's not gonna be able to do Eddie Reynoso game plan. You know, we've seen that. So, I mean, same with Jalil Hackett, right? Who was training in Jalil Hackett? Kenny Ellis, right? So, oh, that's a little baby. What's up, little Oscar?
Yeah.
Little Miss Oscar. He said, I think he beat Sandor. Who, Richie? Teo? No, remember, we were talking about a fight they already had. Remember, Sandor and Teo already fought, Richie. Unless you're talking about something else. I don't know who you're talking about. But yeah, but we brought up Sandor.
No, I think he's talking about Teo.
Yeah, they already fought. Yeah, Teo. That was a controversial win in favor of Teo.
Well, athletic, but he was in there getting flat.
Yeah, he was. He was getting timed in some more things.
The only thing
But that's the thing about
was Sandor's work rate.
Yep. What were you gonna say, Oscar?
Teo, he's had close fights. Even Steve Claggett, that was still a close fight.
Yes, a lot of controversial fights. He said, Eddie Reynoso has authority to make him listen. Yeah. I think Eddie Reynoso. I think this is good for him. You know, I'm mad. If I ain't gonna lie, man, I might have to pull up on Teo if he somehow his nonsense makes Canelo look. I'm telling you, if Canelo loses his next fight, and Teo's in this camp, oh no, I gotta go look for Teo. Bro.
Teo's already taking a toll on Canelo.
I'm telling you, bro. Hey.
The only reason he could put out Berlanga was because Teo was in that camp. We're
Facts.
Like, hey, would you spar me?
Facts.
Yeah. Teo was in there holding belts.
Right. Distracting my boy, man. Distracting my boy Canelo, man. That boy too small for boots. He the one who had to retire, not take. He the one who had to retire, not take. What's up, Ali? If he does, all right, Garcia, I'm telling you.
Having the authority to tell somebody something and a fighter actually listening and applying it
right
in the ring is two different things.
That part, exactly. I definitely think he'll listen to Eddie, but will he be able to do it? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, are we wrong for questioning outside of the nonsense that he does outside this, you know what I'm saying, which I don't like either. Like I said, he says some very discriminatory things that I don't approve of. That's why I don't like Teo. But outside of that, even overlooking that, do we think that is it out of bounds to think that to question his competence as far as being able to be a high level fighter? Like, as Reynoso
I'm gonna take a very hot take.
All right.
A very hot take. I know Eddie's in there. He tries to polish the guy, but Eddie needs time with the guy to polish him out, to put him out.
That's a good point too.
And we know Eddie's a masterful technician.
Right.
And he can make movements on the fly. But what happened with his last fighters? Valdez being one of them.
Yeah.
Valdez is one of those guys that we see can't apply. He might not have the boxing IQ or acumen to do it.
Right.
He might be super athletic, but
you don't have to be super athletic. Talk to him. You got to think. And
you gotta think outside the box with these guys, man. Like Eddie can be the most knowledgeable guy, and he can come in with the game plan. But if the fighter's not able to apply it, what good is it?
right.
What good is it?
And I think people, and I know, like I said, I know, I like Canelo and stuff like that, but just without disregarding that, Canelo, I think Canelo is underrated with how he sets things up and how cerebral he is in the ring. I think people just look at him as, for some reason, which I understand his last performances, he hasn't really had to do much outside of the box, but for some reason he's been reduced to just a plotter. Very being like, just, I don't know why. People just been saying that he's flat-footed, which he's not the most agile, but man, that people forget about that head movement. That head movement is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Now he doesn't do it as much because I think he kind of is in that stage of his career where he just does what's necessary to win. So, but he also sets
not
traps.
Only that, look at the guys he's been fighting. He don't really fight like what's it called? No Doubt Crowd. He don't really fight Jacob.
Bingo.
Right.
Oscar, you on the money with it.
Exactly.
People talk about how flat-footed Canelo is now.
Right.
But you gotta look at why he's fighting that way in regards to the competition. He's fighting larger guys now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as far as how he guards himself and carries himself between rounds, he gotta do that differently.
Yep.
Yeah, and he don't gotta move his head. No, he just kind of got to twist and turn with the punches.
Bro,
really.
Look how he look how he timed Munguia. Look how he timed Edgar Belon. Now he ain't put them out, but if you look at when he dropped them, that was straight timing.
Yeah, that was straight timing.
Straight timing.
Yeah. It was not a No Doubt Crowd. It was not a Jacobs. It wasn't even a Triple G. It was none of those guys. It was just. As much as I like how he fights, you say Canelo's flat-footed. That guy's still more flat-footed than him.
Yeah.
He just comes forward.
Right.
Yeah, that's his own style.
Right.
I know this might not translate best to the guys in the chat, but a prime example of what we're talking about is go look at when Floyd fought Logan Paul. Because of the size difference, he had to change up what he does. He wasn't out there in the Philly shell. My man was in there with the earmuffs stepping.
Facts. he said this are bigger guys we were talking about too. Yeah, they're bigger guys, right? So what I'm saying is that with TEO, remember the original why we brought that up was because TEO. I'm not sure. I've never seen TEO really. I've seen TEO overwhelm guys. I've seen TEO be the stronger guy, more athletic guy. Like I said, off of talent, I've never really seen. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've never seen TEO time guys like that, or move off of like where he's recognizing patterns of his opponent, type stuff. I just see him overwhelm guys because he's more gifted, more athletic primarily. So correct me if I'm wrong. So that was the whole point. We bringing up Canelo. Is Canelo, he be thinking in that ring, man. I think Tank be thinking in that ring. A lot of fighters be thinking in that ring. That we kind of underestimate. Even Bam. You know what I'm saying? Even with Bam when he caught what's his last guy he just beat? Guevara, Pedro Guevara. That was timing, bro. Go look at that uppercut, bro. I don't see TEO do stuff like that.
Especially we judging him off his resume. He hasn't showed us anything to believe that. And when you actually examine his resume, you notice a few things. He has trouble with taller, rangier guys.
Right.
It's not just the pure boxer that gives him trouble. It's the longer, naturally larger guy.
Yep.
Go look at the Nakatani fight.
Yep.
Hey.
Ramon was good.
But it was a little shaky.
Yep, a little shaky. That's a fact. A little shaky, baby. A little shaky, baby. That's a fact, bro.
But if you look at Loma fighting Nakatani, you see a big difference because Loma brings angles. He uses IQ to take out the larger man. Yep. I'm not sure TEO can actually apply it. That's
right. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. He could. It might be a great fit. But and I was gonna bring up Jalil Hackett. Jalil Hackett is who's his trainer? Kenny Ellis, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's Kenny Ellis also trains Tank. And that doesn't mean just because you're a good coach. Well, I mean, Calvin Ford is the main coach, head coach, but he also was like the second coach to Tank, or assistant coach or whatever. But
Ellis is the game plan dude.
The game plan dude, exactly.
You can't get the knowledge from him. That's on you.
Right, that's my point. So just because Jalil Hackett has Kenny Ellis doesn't mean that it's gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? So Eddie Reynoso is not a knock on him. Just because he's a great coach doesn't mean that everybody he works with is going to be great, or just because you're a great fighter doesn't mean that your coach is necessarily great either. I mean, it still has to work. It still has to have. It still has to,
I mean, if you really want to put it
chemistry
into better words, it's like Barrera. Look at Barrera. Look at his trainer. It's like the Barrera's trainer didn't get another world champion.
Right.
Barrera. That's it.
Right.
That's his only champion.
Right.
It takes a great fighter and it takes a great mind.
Yes. And you know what too? You have to also adapt to your fighter. Who's one of the guys that I think is one of the best trainers today? I always say Robert Garcia. Why? Because he has such a huge stable. He has so much different. Not all of his fighters. I mean, he has different styles of fighters. And they're still successful. Same with Bomac. Everybody's not just Terrence Crawford. With Robert Garcia, everybody is not just his brother, Mikey Garcia. He has different styles and he's successful, whether it's Brandon Rios, whether it's Rayo Valenzuela, whether, what I'm saying? I think that's indicative of a good coach, because it's not only about what your fighter could do, but sometimes it's about how you coach your fighter to also adapt to their, what benefits them the most. And this is I'm not knocking Reynoso or nothing, but I think it's yet to be seen on whether or not Teofimo, if he could bring out the best of Teofimo just as much as Teofimo can execute what he's trying to make him do. So we got to see. That's why we watch.
And before we get actually in the chat, or somebody try to compare those two names you gave to like a Derek James or somebody else that had multiple fighters and didn't work.
Right.
The thing that ties those two names together and why they're so successful is because they have a team behind them.
Right.
It's not just Robert up in there. He got a guy that's going to be like, look, he's doing this, I'm doing that, I'm overseeing all of y'all. Same thing with Bomac.
That's a good point.
It's hard for that coach to actually pour out the necessary time between all of his fighters.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, man, it's a lot to be seen, man. We'll see, Jose. I agree with that. I agree with that, Jose. Yeah, man, it's yet to be seen, but that's why we watch, man. We'll see. Like, if anybody can make Teofimo be a monster, is Eddie Reynoso. So he's in the right place. Just don't fuck up my boy Canelo. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna be looking for his ass. I'm telling you, Canelo lose his next fight, bro. Hey, I'll pull it up. But
My oil's about to be sent.
what you say?
My oil's about to be sent.
Your order?
Yeah, my oils.
Oh, your oils. Oh, the beard joints?
Yeah, I ordered some beard oil and some pheromone oil.
Oh, Lord. This man finna go crazy, bro.
Nah, her joints smell good.
Hey.
And they work.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Boy, Ty Freaky Deaky boys.
It's a no.
Bro, I believe you, bro. I believe
It's
you.
not the Diddy one.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Nah. I don't know.
No, I was laughing like her things would be smelling good. I was like, yo, whoa.
No, did
Oh, because it's a lady that makes this stuff.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you talking about that Erica Badu joints. Hold on now.
Nah, I feel like the stuff she be curating is what people think of Erica Badu's scents.
Okay.
Cause like I was picking my son up from school and I had to join on, and somebody came out the classroom talking about, "Hey, how you doing? Are you such and such that?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah."
Oh my Lord. I need to get some oils for my dreads, bro. He said, Stick Talk said, that's straight right down the pipe. He ain't doing it all night. Hey, yo. Come on, bro. Come on, Richie. Yeah, Richie, you wildin', bro. Come on, bro.
No, did it?
Come on, Richie.
Ass.
He said straight right down the pipe. He ain't doing it all night. Lights out, pipes out. Ain't nothing to fight about.
What?
Hey, yo. You going to look sweaty with all that oil. I'm telling you. No. Nah, I like that fight though, Richie. I'm not gonna lie, I like that fight, man. I like that fight, bro. I'm not sure it happens, but I do like that fight. I think it's just interesting. You know, according to Richard Hitchens, Devin Haney said when Devin Haney gets a belt, when Hitchens gets a belt, he'll fight him, and he has a belt now. So that's what we'll see. All right, so there's a lot of options over there.
What?
Hopefully, Puello gets in the ring soon because I'm gonna feel bad for him if the WBC pulls that Mick on him.
Hey, bro. I don't know what's holding. What last time you heard what's holding it up now? I don't even know. I haven't looked into it.
Right now, I feel like it's tampering because I know the bylaws for the WBC. And some of the rules for being a champion in recess. Because you know there's no timetable on it.
Right.
Because you hold that indefinitely.
Right.
Until you return to the ring.
Right.
So, if he was to fight another champion and it's declared a unification, either Devin himself could petition, or Mauricio could come out the woodwork and just elevate him because he wants a piece of that fight.
Yeah, that could be crazy. Ooh wee. Yeah, because we have quite a few champion recess. Who we got? We got Devin Haney, Jermell Charlo, Ray Vargas. Who else? Noel McKaylen at cruiserweight. Who else? I think that's about it I could think of off the top of my head. Those four. Noel McKaylen, Devin Haney, Jermell Charlo, and Ray Vargas. At featherweight.
All right, guys. I'm about to call it.
All right, bro. I appreciate you, man. I'll be on in the morning, good Lord willing, man. Thank you for pulling up.
No problem.
Yes, sir, man.
I gotta go frame tomorrow, so I probably won't be on. So.
It's all good, man. Handle your business, bro. I'll catch you when I catch you, brethren. All right, bro. God bless.
All right, bro. All right, my boy.
Mi hermano sliding, man. Got my boy Ty still rocking.
I'm trying to see you in the chat because I'm trying to antagonize somebody to go being for being real quick.
Oh man.
Man, where Karma at? Is she quick to last time I yelled that she threw a dub on my head and I was like, hold on.
Karma. I don't know. I ain't seen Karma today. The late show.
You're around somewhere.
Shout out to Karma, man. Shout out to you too. He said took Russ to school. Oh, you talking about Gary Antoine Russell? Yeah. Puello did his thing on that. I thought it was a close fight though. Yeah. I thought the right person won though for sure. But I think Gary Antoine Russell could bounce back though.
Yeah. He just need not to fight a pure boxer.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of crazy. He got beat by a mid-tier.
I'm telling you. Oh, we got Ryan in the background. Hold on, let me pull up Ryan.
Yeah.
My guy, what's good, brethren? Oh, he probably.
You gotta tell me what times he get on so I can make one of his shows.
Yeah, man. He be posting it sometimes, like before he's about to go. He posts like a couple days in advance sometimes. Sometimes I be missing.
I'm gonna sneak in there and challenge everybody for being.
Hey.
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir. We hear you now, my God. What's good, man? Maybe he can't hear us. You can hear us?
He's trying to get his stuff right.
Okay.
I seen a little icon go.
Okay. 100% rate went to
I think my
cranium.
headphones.
Yep. 100% knockout rate went to the cranium. Yep.
Hear y'all, man.
You can hear us? Okay, I'm gonna try to pull you out and pull you back in. All right. Pull him out and pull back in. Yo, you can hear us now? Nah, it's probably on his side.
I might have to go to the audio options and change it or the output.
Yeah, sometimes this shit be wildin'.
So I just taught Smoochie how to do this earlier.
Okay, appreciate you, bro. Sometimes it does get annoying with the Discord.
Yo.
Yes, sir. You hear us
Here
now?
we go.
Yeah, I can hear y'all now.
Let's go. We in there.
That's
Like
good.
somewhere. Man, nothing much, man. Just chilling, bro. How's everything on your side?
Everything good, man.
That's
Can't
what I'm talking
complain.
about. The North side. Let's go. Big North
You
in
know
the
what it
building.
is.
Yes, sir. Big North.
You guys watch those fights on the weekend?
You know it. I'm mad I missed the freaking Ryan Rozicki ting, man, but my boy got a draw, bro. What's up with that, bro? Ryan Rozicki and you.
I can't hear y'all again for some reason.
Oh, you can't hear us again. Oh, they see you all talk about it.
Nah, that draw was a little mick.
I'm telling you, I ain't get to catch the fight, man. I didn't get to catch it, but I was reading up on it, man. Yeah, man. I didn't see that or the car versus Pulev. I know Pulev won though. Pulev.
Oh, Pula.
Yeah.
That guy sucks.
Oh, you can hear us? You can hear us again?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. I was saying, I was saying, you know, you watch the fights, but I missed the cruiserweight joint, man, with Ryan Rozicki, man. He got the draw,
man.
bro. What's up with that,
It was
bro?
a draw, bro. I was mad as hell.
Oh Lord.
I was like, man, got all this, did all this just to get a draw. Now Noel could go fight whoever he want to fight, man. Sucks, yo. It is what it is, though.
Yeah.
Boxing. There's
Boxing.
a lot of controversy in Puerto Rico.
Talk about it.
Those judges, boy.
That 117-111 for Paro was crazy.
Yo. I picked Paro to win, but
Me too.
Nah, he got cleaned after like the fourth. I think
Yeah.
the fourth on.
Yeah, to me.
Was all Richard.
Yeah, I had it 10-2, man. I had it 2-2 going into the fifth round. I had it 2 rounds to 2 going into the fifth round. But after that, it was that fifth round on, bro. I had Richard Hitchens ain't lose a round, bro. I had it 118-110 for Hitchens.
Nah, man, I don't know what power was on. He was doing that Madrimov.
Yeah. Doing that
Jumping around, not
bounty.
doing no punches.
He
Yep.
was doing something he thought was going to get him inside.
Yeah.
Man, he just jumped the fight away, like.
He jumped the fight away. Facts.
It was working rounds, 1 through 4, until somebody got calm and adjusted and started putting that jab out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
At that point, he should have adjusted.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. Oh well. Shout out to Richard.
What's up with him in these fly gloves?
I don't know, man. Like, they gloves, bro. What the hell?
Right, I got a question.
They approve.
How often does your brother change what brand he likes to use?
Oh, we ain't changing because we got, shout out to Russ Amber. He made Bravo gloves. That guy used to be my dad's cut man, so
Okay.
we loyal. We loyal.
All right, with that said, out of all the fighters you know, when you find your brand or one that you're comfortable with, how often do you see fighters actually change them?
Not very often.
Right.
But I thought I saw somebody change from Everlast to Grant though recently.
It's usually after somebody break their hand or something major.
Yeah.
You just don't change just on a whim.
Yeah, he might have got a deal though. They might have paid him well. So yo, slap these on.
Shit, where his fly commercial at?
Here's
You
the
feel
bag,
me?
yo.
Our word Grant's his whole career.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, Grants. Yeah, usually guys are wearing Grants, Everlast, or Reyes's.
Yeah. I thought that was a kind of unnecessary, but hey, it didn't matter, man. Hitchens still took it, so I'm interested to see Liam Paul's next fight, man. See what's going on. Is he gonna get a little domestic fight with Random, or he gonna get that Cambosis joint if Hitchens and Cambosis don't fight?
Yo, Cambosis is like the greatest shit talker on Twitter, man.
Bro, he going crazy. You see it?
Yeah, I was dead reading that, bro.
He called him a peanut brain, all types of stuff. Disrespectful. I said,
So
hey,
I ain't
yo.
respond because I was asleep. You know what time it is in Australia?
You're right. Yeah, you peanut brain. Yeah, you saw it 2 times. Yeah, man. You going there, bro. What's wrong with Cambosos, man? Cambosos be talking like he.
Yo, man. His tweets are ether, bro. Man.
Yes, I like him, but he talking like he that dude for real, boy. Hey, he is in Australia though, man. He definitely sell some tickets out there for real.
He ain't afraid to throw the ones either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ferocious. Stop playing with him. Ferocious Cambocious.
WBC Grand Prix tournament. What's that, bro?
I'm gonna put you on, bro. I'm gonna drop the link for you. You gotta check it out, bro. It's I'm gonna drop that link for you, bro. Hold tight. I got you. It's it's about an 11-minute video, but just to give you a synopsis of it, it's a WBC tournament. It's gonna be in the future. It's gonna have 128 participants. No more than 10 to 12 fights each participant, and it's gonna be everybody has to be 26 or younger. So ain't no Manny Pacquiao's coming out trying to be in the Olympics. So yeah. And so it seems like it's supposed to supplement for the lack of boxing in the Olympics, upcoming 2028. That's what I'm thinking of it as. And it's supposed to showcase the up and coming prospects. So they have some rules that they disclosed so far. It's 8 rounds, and then the final will be 10 rounds. And it'll be 4 divisions: featherweight, super lightweight, so 140, middleweight, and heavyweight. And yeah, so and if you have a draw, they're implementing a new rule. If you have a draw, then you go to a bonus round to decide the winner. So ain't no draws. So I'm wondering if it's going to be like
overtime.
Right. And you know what you were saying about the open scorecards, and Kendrick and myself in too, but I remember particularly you was advocating for open scorecards. So I'm guessing, now they didn't disclose, but I'm assuming that would work is if the only way that would work is if they have like live scoring and they know that you're going into a draw. So then they go and do the extra card, because if they go and try to have the referee hold him up in the middle like they were announcing the winner, then try to warm the fighters back up to fight again, that's too much. So I would assume it's an open scorecard. So they got to do something like that. But
it's a tournament format. So in the losers bracket,
right,
you only got 13.
Exactly. So so they're calling it the WBC invitation, and it's an invitational too. So you know what I'm saying? So it's just like Olympics. Remember, you got to qualify and shit. So that's why I feel like it's like supposed to supplement for dope. Yeah, I think it's dope as hell, bro. Shout out to Big Turk. I'm trying to find it and so I can drop you the link if you want to check it out.
TURKI, yo.
Yes, sir. You're doing
I'm
this
the
thing,
first
man.
person tagging folk. Yo, you ducked that invitation?
Right. You know how that's gonna go. Everybody ducking everything, man.
Big Turk gonna tell us who be ducking, man.
Hey.
Tell on everybody.
I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
Oh man,
y'all
what
here
y'all
ducking
think
the
about
smoky
TEO
smoke.
boots though?
I don't think it's gonna happen, man. I don't think so. I'm interested in it though. Yeah, I think it's big cap.
I don't know about
it might not be, because we still got tomorrow to find out if it was actually sent.
Yep.
Yeah, Bob Arum and Eddie worked a lot. Like they did Lomachenko and Dev.
Yeah. Bivol Beterbiev right now.
They didn't do Lomachenko and Dev.
Yeah, they did, man.
Eddie had no parts with that.
That was. Nah, you're right. That was Dev's last fight on Top Rank.
Remember him and what's that?
And Bosa's fought twice.
That goes the link right there, Ryan, in the chat. Yeah, if you want. It's like I said, it's about 10, 15 minutes. I mean, 10, 11 minutes, something like that. Not too long.
I'm not thinking of that promoter's name.
Lou DiBella, wasn't it?
Yeah, Lou DiBella.
Yeah, he had to sign with Lou to get the Cambosos fight. Got both of them, and then they tried to get Lomachenko. They tried to sneak him in there.
Bethania says, did Haney say that? Did Haney say what? Bethania, I'm bad. Did Haney say that? Why didn't he fight Paul for the belt? Hopefully he fights soon. Did Haney say? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
He said he wanted more money for that fight.
Oh, for the Paro. Oh yeah. That's what Paul said. Paul said that Haney had he wanted too much money.
So 2.5 is too much?
Yeah, everybody, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. Like, that's what you know me. I just,
He said,
I don't know, bro.
Alright.
I can't tell you what's too much or too little, bro. You know that's
Yo,
outside
Eddie Hearn,
outside of my jurisdiction.
I'll see Eddie Hearn's interview. We talking about Jaleel Hackett.
Yes, sir. I liked him, man.
He fed up, man.
Fed up. Not him. The other guy too. What was the other guy? The one that fought Castro. Lost.
Mark Castro.
Yep. Oh, was it? Oh, it was Mark Castro. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And he lost to yeah, whichever one it was. But yeah, he was going in on his prospects, bro. I like it. I liked it.
In Eddie's defense, he tired of getting pressed by people's dads.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bernard stepped to him at the end of that event.
For what, bro? Like, that's a guy Jaleel was supposed to deal with. He was supposed to knock that guy out.
Right. I agree. It's like, but you know, if Jaleel got to be disciplined, man. According to what most people are saying, is like he didn't look like he made the weight properly, man. You gotta, come on, bro.
Nah, he blows up way too big between fights.
Yeah. He a young dude though, man. He can bounce back. What, he 21, 22?
Yeah, he's a young dude. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't think that's Eddie's fault, man. I don't think so. You know, you gotta just prepare.
Yeah, Eddie doing the right thing. He doing right by them. Like,
right.
If you can't beat this guy, how you gonna be world level, man?
Exactly. Same with the other guy you said, the Castro guy, Mark Castro, and then the other guy too, man. Recently, what's my boy Ty, Khalil Cole, man. Big
Mark
stepper,
Castro.
man. Big
Mark
stepper,
Castro
man.
was getting that Abdullah Mason diet, man.
I'm telling you,
like 5, 10 rounders.
I'm telling you, bro.
I'm telling y'all, when y'all see more than 3, that mean the promoter don't believe him, man. You're not ready yet. That's just what that means. That's what I be saying, bro. Y'all need to calm down with this Mason stuff.
Yeah, that scheduling in them rounds tell you a lot.
Yo.
They might believe in you as far as your talent, but they like, look, he not experienced enough, he not seasoned enough. Let's put him out more.
Right.
Right. Exactly. Like he was Schofield. He almost, you know what I'm saying? His dad didn't want him to go in there for 12. But he was sounding. He was scheduled for 10.
Yeah, you're right. And he was a main event, remember? And then didn't he say like they told him like last second or something? I don't remember how it went.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that in the locker room. Yo,
yeah, in the dressing room or the locker room or
they
something.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
He got
I feel like that's cap.
You think it's cap?
Change like that. They tell you at the beginning of the week.
Yeah, you're right, man. Something didn't sound right about that. Like, what
So
you
you
mean you
telling
signed
me-
a contract for 10 and they end up doing 12?
They came in the locker room as y'all were putting on the hand tape to tell you this. That's grounds to put the fight off. They not doing that.
Nah. And they pay you by the round, so
Hey,
money gotta be different.
Oscar ain't saying nothing on his clapback Thursday, man. So he might be, you know.
So he deleted one, didn't he?
Huh?
There was one he deleted. I think it was the last one he did.
He went PC because somebody called cap on him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he talking about, oh, it's because people getting sensitive. Ain't nobody getting sensitive, man. Yeah, I hear it.
That's what you tried to.
Yeah, that's what he tried to say. Yeah, he didn't do one last week because people getting sensitive and people Oh, he said like someone abandoned him or something like that or
Yeah.
something.
He went crazy. with
Taking
that
his video
Virgil
down or
Bruce
something.
stuff. Talking about Madrimov and he ain't got fight surgery now.
Right.
It's looking real spooky at Golden Boy.
Okay, now. Remember I said it, bro. We gonna see what he does.
Dude,
Now that Israel Madrimov got a full training camp, let's see what Virgil Ortiz does.
We know what time it is if Virgil pulls out, man.
Come on now, Ryan. Come on now. Yeah, we gonna see.
Weigh in and say he grabbed up.
Yeah, right. We gonna see, bro. We gonna see who's really like what. Now that Israel Madrimov has a full camp that he could dedicate to preparing for Virgil Ortiz. Let's see what's really going on.
Even though he got out of that 30 fight with some Mick.
Yeah. All right.
Nah, I think that's strategic, man. Get that interim WBC, and then Madrimov right back in the mix for a title shot.
Yeah, now he can demand his rematch with Bud.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
We gonna see who's really about what, man. I know This is one of the few times I like it, bro. Because if I had to pick who would I rather see, Israel Madrimov or Serhiy Boychuk or Israel Madrimov and Virgil Ortiz, if I had to pick one, it would be Virgil Ortiz and Madrimov. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
I'm cool with it, man. We'll see what Virgil does. Good Lord willing, we make it to next year, February 22nd. Yes, sir.
Anybody
man.
seen what Bud posted?
I'm about to show the world or something like that.
He posted a couple things.
Okay.
One of them, he sat there and I guess he tried to be big brother to Boots when he commended him.
Okay, I saw that.
But the other thing I was referring to was he holding on to something for 25.
Oh yeah, Canelo, man.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. He said, "Who are you
Trying to
picking?"
get that Canelo fight.
And he had a picture of him. It looked like he was in Saudi.
Oh yeah, he was there. He remember that
Yeah,
that
he
video I
was
showed
there.
you with the Grand Prix. He was there. Him and Klitschko.
Yeah.
For that announcement with the WBC and Mauricio Solomon. Yeah, he was out. He Big Turk shot him out. He said, "Bud is here. Klitschko's here. I want to see you both in 2025."
Taking
What?
pictures with the animals. Yeah,
Why you
Klitschko
wanna
came
see
out.
him?
Bro, he said Klitschko, bro. He want Klitschko to go for another belt, bro. Vladimir, bro.
What?
I don't know. He want to get him slaughtered, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's he trying to do, B?
He's trying to put that name on Daniel's resume.
I'm telling you.
Oh, trust me. Yeah, Dubois, Moses Atama. Deal with him too.
Bro, bro,
You
you
know,
don't want no
Usyk not gonna
smoke,
fight
bro.
him.
Bro, Caballel, Bacoli, Dubois, like pick who you want to put him in the dirt. Put him in the dirt. Who you want, bro? Stop it, bro. Like let Klitschko relax, man. Let him be a politician, whatever he's doing over there. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's crazy, bro. All them boys.
I can tell you what's not going to be.
Who?
Jollof rice.
It can be. It better not. It better not be Bacoli. It better not, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be mad at Turk, at Big Turk. Don't do that to
I want to
Klitschko,
see
bro.
blood if you do that.
You feel me? Don't do that to Klitschko, man. Like, maybe he'll make the Vladimir Klitschko and Shannon Briggs fight. Maybe.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
Yo, that would be golden.
Bro, why Shannon Briggs, bro? Bro. He was disrespectful, bro.
I don't want to see Shannon popping up on him again.
Dog. Bro, when he made him fall, when he was doing the what was it?
The waterboard.
The waterboarding, yes. Bro, I was crying, bro. I was crying, bro. I was laughing, but I was like, that kind of stuff. I hate when people do. Like, just let people live, bro. Like, don't mess
I
with
wonder
people,
if he
bro.
still got a restraining order on him.
Oh my gosh, bro, that joke was too funny. But I was mad for my boy Klitschko, man. I was like, come on, dog, you going too far now, bro. And then
He said he want to fight.
yeah, but bro, you can't pull him on the man while he wakeboard or whatever he do. What's it called? The whatever
Like
board.
waterboarding?
Yeah, waterboarding, whatever it is, whatever you doing, you can't do that, bro. And then they sped up the boat so he could make a wake so he could fall, bro.
Yo, that was hilarious, bro. Yo, Klitschko was genuinely pissed.
He
Like,
was mad, bro. Klitschko is probably one of the most even keeled, you know what I'm saying, well mannered dudes in the sport, but he was mad, bro.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Nah, it was when he was messing with his food.
Oh yeah, that was
in the
the
store,
restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he throw water on him or something.
Yeah.
Yo, they was fighting in the store for real.
Nah, you not gonna mess up my meal. I didn't get my first bite. You in here
Oh man.
smack the whole plate across the.
Oh man, bro. I ain't gonna lie, chat. If y'all missed that stuff, man, please go watch it. Y'all know y'all miss gold, man. It should be on YouTube still, bro. Shannon Briggs and Vladimir Klitschko, bro. That joke was too. And then remember when he like grabbed his beard and Shannon Briggs had the audacity to get mad. All this time you've been trolling this man. The man touched your beard. Now every time you want to get like, come on, bro.
Don't touch me. It's like,
Yeah, and I understand you don't want people to touch your face. I get it, but you can't be the antagonist and try to get offended. Like, come on, bro. But that joke was funny,
All
bro.
jokes aside, he remind me of Queen's Flip.
What you know about about Queen Split, bro? That's what's, I forgot you be watching battle rap and stuff. And other things, too. Queen Split.
You know, that's his idol.
I'm telling you. Must be.
Queen Split loves Shannon the Cannon.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. He said that was WWE. Facts, Kramer. Facts. What up? M. Kramer in the building. He said, pull up to the restaurant. I said at your table. Each. Yeah, man. Disrespectful, bro. Let's go, champ. Shannon the Cannon. Disrespectful, bro. He said, smoke at 54. Murta and Fedorenko. Yeah, facts. Murta's Olive. Hey. Bakram. Hey. Hey.
We might need some, you know, some WWE to this boxing shit. It might make shit more entertaining.
Yeah. Because that Shannon Briggs stuff was entertaining, man. It was
man.
Crossing the line, but it was entertaining for sure. It was definitely entertaining, man. So, I was gonna ask, what you think about the Robisi joint, Ryan? You think he could bounce back with his career? Is over with?
Nah, he could bounce back. I just think Espinosa's just got his number, man.
Yeah,
That's
I
all it
agree.
is.
I agree.
I think he could bounce back. Espinosa's probably gonna move up anyways.
Yeah, I don't like it. I wish he would stay at 126, but
He should. He should.
yeah, but I mean, I think he'll do good at 130 as well, though. You know, but I would like to, I just wanted him to at least unify before he slid up out of 126.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, do you think the elbows? I think the elbows had something to do with it.
I do.
I see, like, it's a natural movement in boxing. Like, I don't think it was like he was throwing elbows.
Right, I agree. I think it was
He was
inadvertent.
trying to like move his arm out the way, punch.
Yeah, I don't think it was malicious, but I do think the ref should have said something. You know, I think the ref should have said something because the man was talking to him. But yeah, I do think that. I mean, I think Rafael, he was already in control still, but I don't know.
Yeah, Robesi, he was doing some wild stuff. He was getting low, man.
Yeah, he was getting low, and I think
he got caught.
Yeah, right,
I
exactly.
was like, bro, like, my man gonna put his knee on the floor. He gonna take a knee.
Right. Yeah, he was getting real low. So I think Espinosa, he wasn't. I don't think he was dominating at that point. I mean, because when the first elbow, I think I noticed it like in the first one. I think I don't know, but I think he was just applying a lot of pressure out the gate, you know. And I think that I think he was just in control. I won't say dominating quite, but he was in control. And I think that it was gonna start to get bad. But those elbows, I do think the elbows impacted him for real. But I don't know if it impacted him enough to change how it's gonna go anyway. In my opinion, shout out to Espinosa.
I seen folks trying to label him an elbow merchant, but from a boxing standpoint, it just looked like it wasn't an intentional elbow.
Right.
He was using his forearm to create space.
Right.
Yeah.
Where the open lanes.
Right.
And because this shit's so sharp.
Yep.
And because of the angle and this dude is ducking down, he got caught.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunate situation.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely think it was. I don't think it was intentional, but at the same time, like you're saying, Ty and Ryan, just because something's not intentional doesn't mean it's not impactful. You know, I do think it bothered him, but at the same time, you got to stay focused and stuff too, if you can. He did complain to the ref too. The ref got to do something. Yeah, and the tall dudes.
Elbows.
Yep. Because I still think Robesi could bounce back. I think he will bounce back. But man, what's he 14-3 now? 2 losses to Espinosa, then he lost his debut, right? He lost his first fight, his pro debut. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is.
Man, just came out the Olympics and lost like that. Like, that's wild, man.
Bro, right. Kendrick said.
Yeah, that happened with Loma. He's a god.
Yeah, but at least it was a second, not his first. Gosh dang. At least, yeah, at least it was a second, not his first. Sheesh. But what's his name?
You right.
What Kendrick say? Ty again? Oh yeah, he said he got elbowed as revenge for beating Shakur in the Olympics. I said, bro, come on, bro.
Man, Espinosa don't care about Shakur.
Right, come on, bro. He talking about that's what Robinson. No, sorry, he didn't say gets revenge. He said that's what he gets for beating Shakur.
Oh.
I said, come on.
It's for robbing Shakur. Shakur ain't get robbed.
Robbing Shakur, yeah, right. Come on, bro.
He got beat just like his
Shakur
mans
lost,
did.
bro.
Just like his mans did.
I'm telling you.
Oh man. Andy was dancing on Keyshawn. That was hilarious. But if they fight today, I got Keyshawn. Man. Keyshawn's sparking out Andy.
I don't know about Spark.
I ain't gonna lie.
I saw Antonio Moran spark Andy almost. That was enough.
I seen Can You Dig It, Yig It.
Can you dig it? Yig it.
I seen Can You Dig It go life and death with Keyshawn. And we seen Rolly knock him the fuck out.
Saw Hitchens go life and death with Limos.
I seen Limos roll out the bed and say, fuck it, we fighting today.
Roll out the bed. Facts.
Yeah, he was a whole super welterweight in there.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro. He said, what's a weight division? I don't care about weight divisions. What about Moulton, bro? Moulton ain't miss a meal, boy. He got cranberry sauce. He got the yams. He got the turkey, the ham, macaroni and cheese.
Oh,
Henry Cruz ain't no 5'5" hobbit. Just to let you know.
Oh boy, Corbell. Yeah, he's fighting soon, Ryan. He's fighting on the Ryan exhibition undercard.
What? The Garcia?
The Ryan
Japanese
Garcia.
dude?
Yeah. He's supposed to be
Bro,
fighting.
is that happening?
Yeah. Apparently he's back on.
Oscar came out and said he needed a split. I need my money.
Yeah, and he got his money, so it's happening.
Oh, damn.
Oscar said, "Let me get that.
And
I need my money on time."
Man's always like doing the weirdest shit. Like
Oscar said, "I need my money." Mm-hmm.
I mean, whatever state that fight will be in, they come in there like, nah.
I'm telling
none
you.
of this shit happening.
I'm telling you. People saying Ampo gonna win, dog.
What
you say?
About to get in the ring before Haney? That's wild.
Yeah, he is. That's what it seemed like. They say
in the exhibition though.
Exhibition, yeah.
Yeah.
They saying Ampo might win, bro. A lot of people saying they got Ampo, bro. They say he too big, man. He's looking huge.
Man, it's an exhibition.
I'm telling you, bro. Ryan for
ain't no winners or losers.
Right.
Yeah. Brian's gonna put hands and feet on that man.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that's the only reason why he getting this fight off.
I think so too. I think he gonna smack Buddy.
He mad at him because that guy was trying to beat up Pacquiao.
Wasn't he trying to fight Pacquiao?
Never been in the ring.
You feel me?
Guy fought Pacquiao.
Did he get hit with cease and desist for lying on his name?
You feel me?
Yeah. Damn, too many lawyers, man.
I'm not fighting you right now, Tank, because I have a bigger, better plan going on. I'm fighting Pacquiao.
Right. Right.
Yo. Pacquiao.
Yo, he pulled a Uno reverse 2 times in 1 week. How did you think about it?
Pacquiao?
No, Ryan. He won the interim belt. Devin Haney came out to the ring because he was supposed to fighting. He turns to the crowd and say, "Who y'all want to see me fight?" And then says Tank. Tank says, "Yo, we putting it on." The next day he says, "Nah, fans, I got a bigger fight for y'all. I'm fighting Manny Pacquiao."
Dude, knowing what I know now, it was rehydration clause. Maybe I would have liked to see the Pacquiao fight. Fuck all that shit. Hank Davis. Scary boy.
That's
I'm
crazy.
sending a rehydration clause for Ryan Garcia.
He should have said, "I'll fight you at 135."
Right.
He could have rehydrated for whatever he wanted.
He put it up to 36. I couldn't believe this guy, man.
And the idiot still signed to it. He should have. That should have been one time he listened to fucking Eric Guzman and
bro. Hey,
You
I
should have
was
just
spitting.
exposed that.
you gotta move your fat ass up, man. You can't make 135, man. Fight at 140, man.
Yeah.
Trying to lock in, man.
When he said you should fight me at 40, he should have stood on that.
Right.
But
I'll be right back.
time.
Let me go use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, he never did. Nah, man.
And he had a valid case. Technically, his last 2 fights before that was at 40. He was above the 35 limit. He fought the little nigga Game Boy. What is his name? The African boy to go.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Couldn't make weight. They pushed it up to 38.
Yeah.
Technically, you fighting at 40.
Yeah.
Fortuna off the couch.
Fortuna. Yeah, I know, right?
Couldn't make weight. 43.
Jeez. Nah, man. I don't understand that rehydration clause and catch weight. That's too much. Hey, he sounded like you said. He sounded.
Hey, it's so many things he could have did from a negotiating standpoint. I'd have told Tank to his face, yo, you are a year out from fighting Barrios. You can still see me at 40.
Yeah, because that was shortly after Barrios. That was like maybe what, 2 fights after?
Yeah, literally a calendar year later.
Yeah. Nah, it's funny because like Tank probably gonna end up moving up to 40 anyways.
Yep. And people, I hate the narrative
Sure.
that Tank is too small to
No,
be
he
at
ain't.
40. But immediately people compare him to greats like a Pacquiao or Duran.
Duran, that's crazy. Those people don't know what Duran did. That's what they don't know. Duran was beating up middleweights. Like,
Yep. My thing is, it's dudes that's active right now that have the same body makeup or stature as Tank that fight at heavier weights.
Oh, I'm back.
yeah, they always weight draining themselves. I don't know why they do that for.
Oh man.
We made fun of what's the boy that just got beat up by Keyshawn? Gustavo Lemos.
Gustavo Lemos.
Yeah.
How tall is he?
I don't know, like
He's probably Tank's
5'6", right? Something like that.
5'5.5".
5'5.5". Okay.
What's his natural walk around?
Well, I don't know. He look like he
I don't know.
healthy than a motherfucker. I ain't gonna that boy look healthy. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what the natural.
He out here looking like 2017 Tank.
Oh, okay, yeah. Tank used to look
Yeah,
healthy
chubby
too.
face,
Yeah, he used to look healthy too. I ain't gonna lie. He said, "Why Tank not fighting the people we wanted to fight?" Hopefully he starts in 2025, man. You know, I mean, I know my boy Ty and Ryan disagree with me, but I think I'm not mad at the Roach fight, man. I feel like it was a pivot, so I ain't tripping on it. But I would like him to fight Shakur, and you know, he did try to fight Loma, right? Loma said he retired, so can't really do much about that.
Yes, Loma's, what's he doing, man? Loma needs to retire.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's gonna come back. And Ty gave us an update yesterday too. That he's back in. He was in. We saw him in some sparring gear, man. You know, training.
You know,
So.
I pay attention. Loma's sneaky ass is in the background while Papachenko is training Usyk. He was in the gym.
Right.
Yeah.
He had on a sweatshirt, gloves, and headgear. You know what time it is.
So we might see him, man. We might see him, man. That'll be good.
You gonna fight Tank now?
Hey, I don't know.
Hey, we'll see.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know,
Ain't nobody
man.
else there.
I like to
It's
see
mandatory.
it, but yeah, who is his mandatory right now? Cause is nobody?
Technically, he ain't got one until
Yeah,
February.
Zapata was
Zapata
moved.
got
Yeah,
knocked out.
right.
It's gonna be more Latayev, trust me.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's gonna be Raymond.
I think Loma wins that. That's a good one though. I wouldn't be mad at Loma versus Murataya next. I wouldn't be mad.
I think they're gonna hold Zaur Abdullah because he's higher than him.
Zaur Abdullah, that's a good one too. I forgot about him.
and he only got one loss.
Yeah, Devin Haney, right?
Yep.
Oh, there go Karma right there. Karma in the building. He said hopefully in 2025. Yeah, hopefully.
Karma trying to Ben for Ben.
Oh shoot, Keyshawn's 3 in that division too. Damn.
Karma, you missed it. I was looking for you because I was talking trash about Bam Rodriguez. Actually, it wasn't me. It was Big Turk. Big Turk was talking trash about Bam. I was actually waiting for Ryan, Manza, and Karma. Neither one of y'all were here, man.
Man, Big Turk gonna love Bam when he sees
Nah,
him.
he was talking trash about Bam, bro.
It's all right, Big Turk, line him up, bro.
Nah, he gonna love Ben. He gonna be like, yeah, I
Bam's
got
him.
some fights
Bam's
for
him,
you.
line him up.
Yeah, I was just playing. He wasn't really talking about Bam, but at the Grand Prix in that video I was showing, he said, you know, that's not boxing. When you're fighting old legends and you knock them out, that's not boxing.
I know.
He
but
said, dude's old
he
enough
said
to be
that,
your
yeah,
grandfather.
He talking about Klitschko now. Like, come on, sir.
Yeah.
No, but no. I made a joke that he was talking about Bam. I was joking. He was really talking about Jake Paul. But I was just joking. I showed it on the street.
Yeah. He don't like
know.
Jake Paul.
He might work with Jake.
He might.
Nah, he don't like him. He says it's fake boxing.
Facts. It
He
is.
says that about him, but at the same time, for him to get on Undisputed, it's two people that can clear you: Mauricio and Big Turk.
Yeah, he might rock with him. You know, hey, I got some homies I rock with. I don't agree with what they do. You know what I'm saying? So he might still rock with him.
That's
Just
probably what he think.
don't agree
That's
with
what
what he's doing.
Jake Paul need to be at in a video game.
You feel me?
Put him right where he needs to be at.
I'll tell you.
Big Turk got a list for everybody. So you're
Right.
saying Big Turk ain't lining up shit like, if he signed his contract, I'm putting him in there with Buddy at.
He might.
Yeah,
I know he better not be more than 65 overall in that gosh dang Undisputed though.
Yeah, 82, I think.
That's crazy. Out of what? 99 or 100?
I think it's out of 99.
That's
99,
crazy.
I
That's
never
too
seen
high,
100.
bro. That's too
Yeah.
high, bro. Yeah. Usually 99. Yeah, it's usually not 100, but I never played Undisputed, so I
Now
wasn't
player,
sure.
just like the nigga they call Hercules Thor or something.
Oh, okay.
For his name. He
Okay.
a bodybuilder. He on there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay.
Hey, Jake's undefeated, bro. Oh no, he lost.
He lost to Tommy Fury, man. Stop playing. What's up with Tommy
He
Fury
gotta
pulling
get
out
that
of
back in blood.
What's up with Tommy
Tommy
Fury
won't
pulling
stop.
out of what's that dude name? Darren Till? What's up with him pulling out, bro?
He might have got that Jake Paul check.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy,
Hey.
bro.
The way Paul talking, he claiming Tommy been ducking him.
Oh.
He been calling his dad, sending them prices out. What's up?
Oh.
Yeah, John Fury, he must have spin the block like, yo, money over here look better.
Mm.
You already know John,
That's
he
wasn't
ready to
that
go act
KSI?
up.
Mm.
John Fury's crazy.
Very
Okay,
crazy.
that's how I beat up his brother.
Beat his brother. Yeah.
He beat up Logan.
No way, he beat up. I never, bro. I'm telling you, I'm
They
so
fought
awesome
too?
to come to their,
Bro, me
Logan
too,
Paul's
bro.
pro record is 0-2. He lost to KSI, I think, both fights.
Dang.
Now they friends.
Yeah. He beat his ass and made him his business partner.
That's crazy.
I'm so behind on the celebrity fights or the YouTuber content creator fights, whatever.
Nah, bro, it's a whole world, yo.
I'm telling you.
Get
Oscar
it,
and
though.
Bernard.
Yeah.
They just one lawsuit away.
Beat Oscar. Yo, for real.
That joke crazy, bro. Shit, fellas, I'm about to go ahead and call it though, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Hey, when next time you going live, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm going live tomorrow night, 9.
9? All right, bet
9 o'clock.
me and Ty gonna pull up, man. We gonna pull up on you.
Yeah,
Alright.
man.
Good Lord.
I
willing,
got
man.
challenge your subscribers. We going band for band in the chat.
I'm asleep.
Go ahead, man.
Shout out to my boy Ty, man. Shout out to my boy Ryan, man. Check out Ryan Frazier, Boxing Talk up north, man. He's gonna go live tomorrow at 9 Eastern
Sir.
time. Eastern time.
Yeah, Eastern time,
Alright.
9 p.m.
There it is, man. That's his
All
link
right.
in the chat, man. Check him out. Me and Ty and I are gonna pull up for sure. So
Sir.
Let me get that one.
Yes, sir, man. For sure. Y'all
Leave me
be
alone,
easy,
dog.
man. Appreciate y'all, man. God bless, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. Mi
What
hermanos.
Karma shaking her head for?
I don't know. You know Karma always shaking her head. I don't know why she's shaking her head. She always disappointed in something or disapproving of something. Always. Yes, sir. You said one last thing? Yes, sir.
Tell that boy, Mansa Musa, you know what I mean? What we doing?
That's crazy. Let Mansa live, man. He said he got to get his pocket straight, man, for the one time.
Hey, Ryan, you hear about this bull? What he's trying to put money on?
Ryan ducked off already.
Oh man. You already know who he rocking with.
Yes, sir.
You probably have put some money on that too.
Yeah, he might have. Unprovoked bear
Talking
slander.
about the Canadian boy.
I'm telling you, man. But shit, man. Ty, I appreciate you, brethren. About to go ahead and
All
slide,
right,
man. Thank you, bro. And I appreciate the love in the stream as well, man.
Always, man.
Big 50 piece, man.
Come on, word. We some food.
Yes, sir, man. Shall I be on in the morning, though, good Lord willing? Hopefully I'll catch you, bro, if you ain't busy.
Yeah, I'll be around. Wells in the chat.
All right, bro. God bless. Shout out to my guy, man. That's my guy, Ty. Shout out to Ty for pulling up. Shout out to Ryan for pulling up. Shout out to Oscar for pulling up, man. My partners, my brothers, my pals, my hermanos, you know what I'm saying? My PICs, those are my partners in crime, you know what I'm talking about? But also, too, I want to shout out the good conversation we had. Everybody pulling up, man. We got a new subscriber today in the live chat as well. More importantly, we got some love in the chat, man. Shout out to my guy, Ty, dropping some graffiti on the chat wall. Shout out to Smoochie dropping some graffiti on the chat walls, man. She dropped 4 super chats, man. A 15 piece, a 2 piece, a 250 piece, and a 3 piece. You know what I'm saying? We had Ty drop a 2 piece, 2 big super chats. You know, a 2 piece. Then he dropped a 50 piece on me, man. That's the second 50 piece in the chat, man. That's my second 50 piece, both from Ty. You know what I'm saying? That's the most we ever had. So a big salute to them. Shout out to everybody showing love. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Clone. He dropped a 50 piece on the Cash App off stream. He just did it, you know, wasn't even on stream, man. So shout out to him. Like I said, man, the support is real, and I appreciate it. It helps me keep going and growing, keep the lights on in this place, man, and keep my belly full so I can keep looking like a whale. So Karma keep talking trash, you know what I'm saying? Hey, good night, man. Good to find this shit, man. I appreciate you, Jose, man. Thank you for coming through and participating in the open dialogue that we have about this sport that we love, boxing, man. And yeah, man, we want to keep moving the sport forward, and that don't mean we gonna always agree. We may not always disagree either, but we can at least talk about it, share our opinions, man. I'm not really interested. Sometimes we get heated, of course, you know, we're all human, but that's not the goal. My goal is not to make anybody feel inferior or make anybody feel superior. It's just to talk about the sport that we like and, you know, and appreciate these fighters, you know what I'm saying, that put a lot on the line. Now, that don't mean we ain't gonna call shit for what it is. You know, if you ask or you quit or whatever, we gonna say it. But we also gonna add context to everything too and give people their credit where it's appropriate. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do over here, man. But shout out to everybody showing me love. Shout out to the members, man. We got big member Karma in the building, Big Ty in the building. You know, so shout out to all the members, shout out to all the contributors, shout out to all the donators, the super chatters, everything, man. Karma hit me in the chat earlier this morning as well. So did Ty and stuff like that. So I appreciate it, man. So don't forget to smack that like button. Don't forget to smack that like button, you know. And also remember, we stream Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the morning show, and then 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the late show. You know what I'm saying? So don't forget to smack that like button. Most importantly, remember, with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. Shout out to y'all, man. God bless. From the hood. Did my outro just mess up? What the freak? Oh, nah. Hold on. We gonna do that again. Don't forget to smack that like button. But remember, with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. They try to mess up my dismount. Come on now. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold, we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.